already switched over before 1. Because that's what we're going to do every week. And only David and Jem were, David and Meg were prepared for it. Welcome everybody to Blood in the Bayou. Session 2. Season 1. Thank you guys for everybody coming in. We are going to roll pretty much straight into it. Nice little recap audio, so everybody should be caught up. So Siren, would you like to take us away, Pixie, with the intro, and we'll have Matt do the Critical Dice advertisement.
Okay.
What intro am I doing then? Just hi, hello, welcome to Random Encounter Productions. This is not my show. We are a tabletop roleplay channel, usually specializes in D&D, but thanks to our lovely Sway ASMR here, if we can, I'll shout him out in chat shortly, or he can do it. We have been given the opportunity to play with a new system in Vampire the Masquerade, and we are very, very thrilled to have this. Be sure to also check us out on Mondays for our high fantasy game, Wednesdays for Malifaux Through the Breach, and every weekend for the next couple weekends for our PvP tournament. And we'll see where that ends up next. But as of right now, we're finally transitioning into weekly Vampire the Masquerade games. So I'm really excited about it.
I'm really excited about this too. So Matt, who's Critical Dice?
Critical Dice, you know them, you love them. They're friends of the channel, and actually one of Sway's teammates over on PvP. Gath, Jason with Critical Dice. He's been lovely to have around, and we are happy and honored to have him as our sponsor for the channel. If you use the code REPRPG, again, that's REPRPG, the same as all of our handles on social media, you will be able to get 20% off of any non-subscription item that is on his store, which is freaking awesome because he has so much fucking cool stuff on his store. And not only that, but we love saving you guys as much money as we possibly can. So we also have an affiliate link that was posted in the chat that will get you 50% off of your first subscription, or your first month of your subscription to his what's it called? The Endless Bag of Dice. The Endless Bag of Dice subscription. It comes in 2 options, a regular and an extra large, and you get monthly dice, some extra goodies if you get the extra large, and it's overall a really fucking cool subscription service. And if you use our affiliate code, you will get 50% off of your first month subscription.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. The code in the affiliate
does so much that I'm just like, there's got to be more. Because there's always... And wait, there's more with Critical Dice.
I know.
Which one is the haunted, soon-to-be dead character? That would be Jace.
That's me.
That would be our lovely Tremere push button. So is everybody ready to dive in?
Well, yeah.
To sink your fangs into session 2 of Blood in the Bayou? Let's go ahead and start with some introductions, and we'll start with Siren, then Jem, then Addison, then Jace. Who are you, and what are you playing tonight?
I am Pixie. I am a local actor, fantasy author, an audiobook narrator, and a professional nerd. And I am playing Siren, your Tory adorable rocker chick.
Yes.
I'm Megan. I'm playing Jem, the Malkavian.
I am David, and I am playing Addison, your Vendrew Dick.
That's true. And I'm Matthew, and I'm playing Jace, the Tremere.
Y'all all could have said shit about yourselves, because now I just look like an arrogant dick, and that's David's job.
No. That's
Addison's job.
I'm sure that. So again, when we left off, everybody was driving in 2 separate vehicles. One under Rebecca Chase's ghoul, driving Thomas. And then both Jem and Siren were in the other vehicle, driven by Vegas's ghoul, who has yet to be asked what his name is or anything else like that. So we're going to go ahead and start you guys off. You guys know that you're going to go... Well, Siren opened her mouth, and you guys kind of got a heads up that you guys are going to the Toreador Primogen. But you guys are headed that way. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a opening scene to go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. Again, Siren and Jem, you're in one car, and Addison and Jace, you're in another. So who would like to kick us off? Okay, we'll do it this way. Siren and Jem, do you guys have anything you want to talk about?
God damn it, I was going to make the boys go first. I talked a lot already. I've already talked a lot tonight.
So did I.
Okay. I'll talk. So because she asked her kind of before Siren was lamenting that she doesn't know, she needed to brush up on her operas. So Jem is just like Rain Man listing off as many as she can remember, not necessarily dates, but like pertinent information. This is the style. If she can remember the composer, these are some plot points. Ooh, this song, it kind of goes like this. You've heard it from this commercial, and da 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 da.
We go on the Pachelbel's canon rant.
Oh my god! And it's just the two of them at the exact same.
And it was in this song, and it was in one. It won't stop showing up everywhere.
It's bad.
It's why my mom wanted me to learn the cello. Is because she's like, you're always gonna have a job in Pachelbel.
Done. If I hear one more wedding, I swear to
oh no,
God.
it's absolutely
really. There's play the Jurassic theme park. That's so much better. And
any of those other
leave the girls off just rambling about music.
Gambling, how dare you?
Go first.
Good points were being made.
The storyteller literally, like, the camera kind of shakes for a second and then goes quickly to to Addison and Jace. Now, where we left you guys off, Addison basically told Jace to speak when spoken to.
Yeah.
And then a very cordial and polite Thomas basically said, okay, we're just going to drive. And then... so Thomas, was polite and cordial to both of you guys. Is there anything you guys would like to talk about before you guys arrive at the estate?
I think Addison will address Thomas and just ask him about where we're headed. What information do I need about where we're going?
Yes, sir. So tonight, your next stop is with the senior delegates of the Court of Roses, for lack of a better word. You can tell that he's very, very aware of the words he shouldn't say in public. And even though the car is a relatively safe space, if there's anything that's going to happen, it won't be because of him. That's nothing for you guys to really worry about so much. Rebecca Chase, your sires, let you kind of know you're safe when she puts you in a safe place, but there's some things even he doesn't feel comfortable talking about. So, sir, the delegate you'll be meeting tonight is Sophia Isabella Mantareski. And I personally have no experience with her, but everything that Miss Chase has said about her, it seems that she is a singer and an artist, and she cares about the local art community, especially when involving underprivileged youth, women, and tries to give them a better future going forward. That's really all I know, sir.
That was very helpful, Thomas. Thank you, as always.
Of course, sir. Of course. Jace is just going to be like, yep, I am going to shut the fuck up. And so you guys do. You travel in silence, which is the exact opposite of the other car. And at no point does Vegas's ghoul, his driver, interrupt or interject or suggest he is on his given mission, and that is to get you all to where you need to go. And you guys do. You guys arrive at the estate, and we shared it in Discord, and I shared it in our chat earlier, so you guys kind of have a visual of what the building looks like. It's a beautiful Queen Anne building from years and years ago. The locals, you guys have seen this before. It's the Women's Opera Guildhelm. You guys never been in here. You have no real reason to be, but they do tours. They do some weddings from time to time, but they also teach. They put performances on. Maybe you guys have went to shows locally here in New Orleans that they've put on before. You guys arrive, And Lucy is standing there waiting for you guys. And as you get out, the ghouls will actually get out of the vehicle and open the curbside doors and stand there waiting for you guys to get out. And Lucy is standing there. She just got her hands behind her back. Hello, Jem. And she's got her little Lolita combat outfit on from earlier and her headphones with the cat ears because that is fucking her. And she's just standing there with her hands behind her back and, well, I beat you here, but you guys weren't late.
Nope. Glad that car ride's over though.
Oh, you didn't have fun? We had a grand old time.
That sounds
It was a
lovely.
time.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
Does anybody like to have a conversation with Lucy before we go forward? Any questions? Do you guys...
Oh no, Siren's not answering her, opening her mouth.
Fair enough. Well, shall we? And she just promptly about faces, turns around. She walks towards the wrought iron gate and swings it open. And it's a lovely, beautiful 2-story house. Like I said, it's a Queen Anne style. Wrought iron gate fencing. And going up the walkway and the lining around the house are these beautiful manicured rose bushes and lawns. Now, Megan, I see you going, oh, fuck. So, your character might have some visible, like, oh, shit. These are, in fact, cultivated roses, not wild roses.
Okay.
So, there is a little bit of a, I think we should be good.
Okay. She puts her hands in her pockets to try to keep from fidgeting.
And
You okay?
Mhm.
Jump.
And you guys can just sit here and talk for a second, but Lucy is going to walk up to the door and she's going to knock. Do you guys follow her up the stairs or do you kind of wait at the entrance? Okay, you guys
I'm getting the
follow
fuck away from roses, so yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
fair.
Up the
follow
stairs.
Jem very closely, like
Yeah.
concerned about this new facet of crazy.
Roses kill my parents.
So you
Roses
guys,
kill
you
my
guys are
parents.
standing on the wraparound porch and she knocks on the door and a man comes to the door fully dressed in a nice suit. You can tell that this man is in a servant mode. He is not. He's got his tuxedo and a cummerbund. He's got a tray in his hand, and she speaks to him for a second. Basically says, "Yes, I believe we're expected. If not, I was expecting it, and we're here to speak to the lady of the house." And he just nods. Mistress Lucy, of course. Give me just a minute. And he promptly just kind of closes the door politely, but in her face. And you can hear the footsteps walking back into the house on hardwood floors. And you also hear a little bit of piano music and harp music as the door was opened. And you get just a glimpse of the house and you see its elegance. You guys are left waiting there for a second.
Do you live here?
Me? No.
No. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Sarah.
She starts laughing, a laughter of shock that turns into genuine panic and then peters off into never again. No. I do. Nope. First time here. It's lovely. Not my taste. A little uncomfortable.
Addison thinks that that's really adorable, that she thinks this is like the epitome of elegance and the be all end all. So he kind of takes her hand, kisses it, and looks her in the eye and just says, "Come see my condo."
and about the time you say she, as you're putting her hand back down, the door opens. And a stunningly beautiful woman in an emerald green cocktail dress with a rose corsage pinned to the area, this area right about here. I would say like where the collarbone kind of directs your visage from collarbone and rose directly to a very ample cleavage.
It's called the décolletage.
Décolletage.
I'm gonna put this image in our chat. It's coming.
So, and what's funny is because I was searching for an emerald green cocktail dress and found literally our Primogen, and it's amazing.
God, she's hot.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's what happens when you're playing a game dictated by fate.
By fate.
And so
Not our story.
This lady opens the door, and she just nods to Lucy and says, "Thank you, Lucy. It's so good to have you. You hardly ever come to our little soirees. Go ahead and make your way in. I want to properly meet our new guests." And so Lucy goes inside, and this woman walks out. She greets you. "I'm so glad to finally meet you all, and on such short notice, no less. I am Sophia Isabella Mantareski, and I'll be your host for this evening." And Siren, she looks to you.
Ooh.
"And you must be our newest little rosebud. Welcome to our little garden. Vegas has told us so much about you. He's very proud of you and his decision in bringing you in. I can definitely see why he did. There's a little bit of you in him. And darling, this is for you." And she hands you this rose that has been in her hand. And she clasps your hands around the rose and the rose stem. And there's no pain. There's no blood from the thorns. But the thought is there. And she smiles at you.
Thank you.
And she
Ma'am?
looks at you all and says, "Come in and make yourself at home. Enjoy the music for a little bit. But I would love a chance to speak with all of you privately before you go. I know you guys won't be here long." And she turns and walks inwards.
Siren turns to the rest of the group and is like, "Okay, I know we haven't been doing this for a while, but quickly those conversations, if we could. There's just a definite debutante ball vibe here that I'm real uncomfortable with, and usually those are the kinds of people who want something from you. So, you know, if you
Jace
can
will just
speed along your private chats, might be best for all of us. That's it."
Addison kind of goes just.
He's ready.
He is a hawk, and he has his eye on the prize.
And she's hot. Like,
And she
She's
is
gorgeous.
Addison's flavor.
Yes, 100%.
you could
She is.
step on all of us.
Yes, you definitely get the feeling of whatever her natural musical or artistic talents might be. She was definitely sired for a variety of reasons. One, she is literally a walking masterpiece. So when you
I'm not
enter,
often threatened by a photo of a stranger, but there she is. She's right fucking there.
when you enter the main sitting area, you see the pianist and harpist playing.
What are they
You've
playing?
walked in. Go ahead.
What are they playing?
Is it Pachelbel's cannon? I'll
Oh
kill
my
him.
god, she starts bleeding.
So Jem might know the classical song in nature. Sway does not. But it is
Amazing.
lovely little lilting music. You hear it's light. It's piano and harp. It's very light. You've walked in and the place is beautiful and magnificent and posh. It is definitely. It is not exactly modern as Addison's condo might be, and it is not exactly Vegas's rocker bachelor pad of magnificence that we got to see last episode. There's gold trim everywhere. It marks the crown molding on the eggshell white walls and on the accents of the mirrors and the picture frames. There are rugs on the hardwood floors, both beautiful and probably ancient. And as you walk into the main sitting area, you see the pianist and harpist they're playing, both dressed in beautiful red dresses. And standing around them are a group of individuals who are dressed in suits and cocktail dresses, drinks in hand, and eyes on you. And Sophia walks in. Everyone, meet the newest members of our lovely society. Siren, our newest rose brought to us by Vegas, and she kind of nods to Siren. Rebecca Chase's child, Addison, and nods to you, Addison.
He flashes a smile and kind of a little wave
and you
and a
see
nod.
a couple glasses every time she introduces one of you. Glasses raise. Iris's child, Jace, and the child of our illustrious prince, daughter of Malkav, Jen.
He definitely looks over and makes eye contact with Addison. And she nods too.
And they all nod and smile at you and give you a little bit of applause as rings might tink on some glasses. And Sophia makes her way out of the seating room to a room adjacent. She turns and looks back. Don't forget, I would like to speak to you in private before you leave. And just kind of leaves you guys here. And Lucy is standing at the doorway. She's just kind of, this is not her place. She is doing what is expected and just going to kind of park to the right-hand side of the doorway. You guys are, of course, more than welcome to speak to her, but she does just kind of, Sophia just kind of leaves you in a room full of people that have been sitting around watching the pianist and harpist play with their lovely glasses of redness.
I think Addison instantly feels very at home and goes over to the group and starts shaking hands and just kind of general introductions of, hello, Addison Claiborne, what may I call you? And just starts making pleasantries with these people and is trying to be as charming as he possibly can.
Well, I think that's time for a good charisma roll. Go ahead and roll me a charisma persuasion, just to see how charming you do come off.
Are any of them young? Because I'm proficient in millennials.
They appear to be roughly your age.
Okay, so they're a little bit older. Okay.
Everyone in this
Specialization
room,
in
maybe
millennials.
minus the harpist and pianist, are far older than you are. You can tell by certain styles of dress, maybe, or certain ways they carry themselves of, oh, it's a new one.
I have 3 successes, 1 crit.
Okay. And you put on this charming show of, it's adorable to some. Your innocence in some ways, your outgoingness in others. And a woman comes up and she hands out her hand to shake yours. She goes, "Hello, I'm Jeanette. How are you? You are lovely. It's nice to see you again." And you've realized you haven't seen her before.
He takes her hand, Addison Claiborne, and kisses it. And as he puts it down slowly, looks her in the eye and says, "We've met before."
You are kind. Well, I don't think you would remember you being your amazing self. You were supposed to be mine. And this feral look of not possessiveness, but you definitely get the emotion of, this could have gone a different way entirely. That one night could have went an entirely different way. And she just smiles at you, almost cat-like, like a little toy. "I'm Jeanette Clausen, Clan of the Rose."
Jeanette, well, you are ravishing. The pleasure is all mine.
It really is. How are you enjoying your new roles?
Well, we're acclimating, I believe. Certainly this is well suited to us, I believe. Rather than the last place we visited, I think we can all agree, Jace. And he kind of glares at Jace.
Anything happened.
And to be fair, Jace didn't say anything about what he saw or what happened, but he's also very easy to read in some ways, and was like, the entire
We know
time.
some went down.
Jace
Yeah.
just rolls his eyes. As
and
they
there was
call
an
out.
alligator man.
It's true.
That's true.
And so
Was
Jeanette's
not very
and
nice.
She is this beautiful, like she is. Of course, she's beautiful. She is who she is. But she has curly red hair that just comes down and just kind of curls around her shoulders, and a red cocktail dress, very similar to Sophia's. Aside from it is red. And while this woman isn't a Jessica Rabbit-esque red dress, there are some similarities. And she walks over to you, Jace, and she goes, "So you must be Iris's new addition." And she puts her hand out to you,
I will readily shake it.
and she kisses the side of your cheek. "You do have a little bit of magic about you, don't you?"
That's what I've been told.
And she comes over to you, Jem. And Jem, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you. And she'll hold out her hand.
She shakes it.
So, how was your new beginnings? Must be exciting and interesting.
It was, yes. Thank you for asking. No one's asked.
Of course, it's always best to care about our new generations. You really are our future. And she just immediately turns and she looks at Siren.
Who is not okay. She is just gripping this rose as though she hopes it will draw blood so she can feel anything other than discomfort.
And she clasps your hands and says, "Darling, are you okay?"
Just a bit traumatic in here for me, but I'm fine. The decor is lovely.
And she looks around.
Reminds me a bit too much of home, dearest.
Oh, I understand. You'll find with experience comes new viewpoints on what really matters.
Did she just have, "You'll understand when you're older," like
did.
her parents did?
She
Because
did.
fucking sirens alarms red.
And then she just kind of like raises her fingers, and she doesn't snap, but she just kind of like wiggles her fingers, and the same man that greeted Lucy at the door comes over, and he has a tray full of wine glasses that of course is not wine. The thickness is wrong, the coloration is wrong. And he comes directly over to you, Addison. And sir, I apologize for the questioning meaner. I was informed that you might have a specific taste in mind. I hope that you're not offended. But if you would like to tell me what I could have prepared for you, we might have it on hand. If not, we completely understand. And he starts handing glasses to everyone else. Does
Addison
Addison share
kind of-
his prey exclusion?
No, Addison looks him in the eyes and says, "I'm on a diet."
Oh, fair enough, sir. Well, do enjoy. If you change your minds, let us know. We are here to serve. And
Addison kind of caresses his face a little bit and says, "Thank you."
of course, sir, and then turns and walks away. And with him, so does Jeanette. And they go back and stand in their little circle and just enjoying the music.
Jem looks from Siren to Addison for a minute. Okay. And then she'll go over to the band. The band.
The band.
It's just a piano and a cello, right?
Piano and a harpist.
Sorry.
Even better.
She'll go up to the pianist and ask if they could do
Freebird.
Freebird on a harp, please. I wanna be
Yes,
here
please
for
give me
7
that.
I'm into
million
that.
years.
Yeah, actually,
That's
now
my
that you said
aesthetic
it,
now. I'm changing Siren's entire thing. My aesthetic is what I find beautiful is Freebird, but on a harp.
Rock
But on a
harpist.
harp.
Rock
Rock
harpist.
harpist on
Oh,
fire.
yes.
Rock harpist. If they'll play Oh God, what is that stupid Radiohead song that I love so much?
What's funny
Talk show
is
host.
Oh yeah.
what's funny is he doesn't register you. He is
Fucking Gore.
Yeah, that
1,000
tracks.
yard stare.
Oh,
And he is playing, and it's beautiful music, and it's playing. Roll me a wits awareness.
give me 5 years. Hold on.
Give me exactly 5 years. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, young man.
Listen, we've learned in the last 2 weeks how long the roller takes and how adept we are at it, and that's not. So, we're learning how to count the dice.
It's okay.
Vampire babies.
Vampire babies.
Thank you, all of you.
Ooh.
Exactly what I was going for.
I think it's 2 crits.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
You look and you see that him. You see him. He's got the 1,000 yard stare, and you look, and the harpist does too. She's just off in Never Neverland, and
Oh, fuck.
you catch just the slightest bits of blood on her fingertips as she's
Oh,
playing. And Jeanette she kind of she goes to pat you on the shoulder, and she goes, "Darling, they're just here for entertainment."
yeah. No, I know. I like music a lot. It's beautiful instruments.
They are. You should. Do you play at all?
I do a little bit, not as well as Siren, I think, but
And she just nods, and she kind of tinks your glass with hers. She goes, "Well, I would love to hear you all play sometime." Jace, Addison, do you play music at all?
Well, I went to boarding school, so of course I had an instrument. A few instruments, actually, that I play quite well.
Oh.
Primarily the violin. If you have them lying around, I'd be happy to regale you.
And she actually does look around for a second, and she goes, I don't know this. I mean, I would assume she would have one here somewhere. Are we thinking a little bit of a performance tonight?
From me.
From all of you. Jace,
Well,
do you play music? Please tell me you play something. Are you a singer?
just
I wish that I could tell you that I did, but maybe that's a skill I'll pick up in the future.
That
since
I
have
could
all this
did.
time.
We would love to have you work on that for us. And she turns and she walks out of the room, and she goes into the seating area that Sophia left for upon entry. And she just kind of leaves you guys there again just to listen to the music. Is there anything else you guys would like to exchange in this conversation before we move on?
I think Addison kind of just addresses the other 3 and says, "Well, I think it's about time we get this over with." And he walks into the other area.
Addison, she'll walk up to him and take his hand and get close so she can get a little quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Do a better job with her than you did out here.
And he just kind of he takes a second, he looks the other way, and then just kind of puts a hand to her cheek and says, "What do you mean?"
She will remove his hand. You can't lie for shit. And as fancy as you are nothing compared to these people.
And you see,
So,
as you're
for the
speaking,
love of
literally a
heaven.
few feet away, some eyes do notice you as you guys are talking. They kind of
And he-
look and then look back to the music.
So please, for the sake of all of us, get your head out of your ass and just stay clear, okay? You
Addison
can
puts
do
one
this.
hand
I believe
under her
it.
chin, and says, shh,
Don't shush me.
you know nothing. And turns his head around and walks into the room.
And I walk
You walk
away.
into the seating area?
Yeah.
Yeah, the door's closed.
Opens the door.
Excuse me.
You want to open a door,
You hear
dipshit?
Sophia say, "Excuse me, I'm with someone."
Huh.
Pardon me. Closes the door.
Should have knocked,
I'm
bitch.
sorry. Can I get another glass, please?
And
She'll just walk away, really, really happy.
and you do because you did just like upturn the glass, and and the man comes over again. Same as last time, ma'am, or a different
Please,
preference?
it was wonderful.
Of course. And he hands you another glass, and he looks around. You all seem to be good. If you need anything else, just raise your hand. I'll be watching. And he goes and stands near the what you've seen him return from with the glasses. You assume is the kitchen area. And a few moments later, Jem, you've gotten your glass, and a few moments later, the door opens, and Jeanette looks at you, Addison. She will see you now. And she looks at all of you. Good luck. And just walks back into the area with the musicians, the seating area, and just kind of, she sits down on the very nice, lovely, red, cushioned, like chase lounge. And just kind of very gorgeously sprawls herself lengthwise. And the door is open. Come in.
Before Addison enters, he kind of makes eye contact with Jem and kind of just tilts his head towards the door as if to be like, keep an eye out for me.
There, I like it.
Bold
Jill-
to turn to her. Like
She'll look at him and then do like a
God!
this unlikely animal friendship is my favorite thing.
I love it. I love it.
He just
so
kind of takes
much.
a deep breath and then turns around and walks into the room.
So give me a marching order. Like just so I'm curious, like who comes in first? I know Addison's gonna come in first.
Simon's gonna go in last.
Okay.
Fucking last.
So it'll be Addison, Jem, Jace, and then Siren. Walks in and Siren, do you leave the door open? Do you shut your door?
I shut the door and stand near it.
It's fair. And in front of you, you have, it's a lovely, how to describe it, where everything was gold and eggshell and white on the outside. Her personal, not bedroom, but her personal seating area is deep reds. Rose red, if you will. And curtains, and there's curtains like all over the walls. Like tapestries, and there's a nice wooden desk that is probably older than all of you put together. And she sits at it, and she has her legs propped up on her desk. She removes them and stands and says, "Have a seat, will you?" And there's enough room for all of you to have a seat. There are two sofa couches, if you will, two double-seated couches. One to the left and one to the right of the desk, kind of in viewing angle. And there's a small table in between.
I
Yeah, but I want to know who sits next to each other. I split you up on cars. I split you up on couches. I want to know who's sitting who.
Yeah, I know. This is the weirdest, meanest trick of like, where do you go?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the dynamic and the viewers want to see the dynamic as it grows and changes.
so I'm gonna sit on the left couch on the inner side.
And
I will-
weirdly, Siren will go sit next to him.
I was gonna sit diagonally away from Addison because he's a dick.
And Siren weirdly feels like if she's about to say anything stupid, this is the man who will shut her up. And
That's-
here of all places, she
fair.
needs to goddamn be shut up.
And so you guys
He's the
do.
one.
We'll have Addison and Addison and Siren on one couch to her left, and then we'll have Jem and Jace on the other couch. Now this does kind of ruin any plan that Addison might have had with Jem telling him to shut the fuck up. But Siren does now have her own shut the fuck up button called Addison. So it's a little
Well, I
rock,
have
paper,
ways-
scissors with Jace going, bomb beats everything because I'm a Tremere.
Fucking
She's
Jace.
she's pulled like she has her hands in her pocket. She's just fingering the
Because
chewed
she
gummy
can
bears.
throw gummies at him to shut him up.
Yep.
She can do it from afar. She doesn't have to
Yep.
be next to him.
That's fair.
We put the crazies together over there.
Oh fuck you! He's not crazy. He wishes he was crazy.
So
Oh,
she
right.
does-
Actually,
okay,
sees shit
she-
that's there.
She does raise a glass, and I would like to formally welcome you to our society. Siren, truly welcome. Addison, I can see that even though you're not one of ours, as you were supposed to be, regardless of what the Nosferatu and the Venture wanted, you were always destined to be ours. But politics are politics, business is business. And business sometimes wins. Jace, I think you should be a welcome addition to the Tremere. Iris is a very intelligent, very studied woman, and I don't believe she is one to make foolhardy decisions. And Jem, regardless of what the boy prince might have in his own mind, I feel that he made what decision he thought was best going forward. So we welcome you as well, and we are glad to have you. And she sits down. Well, tell me truly, what do you think of our new arrangements for all of you? And you can tell she has not been coy or secretive with clan names, kindred society.
It's been a whirlwind, that's for sure. But it's been enlightening to say the least. And he will motion around to the room and the previous room. This has been beautiful. The music outside was lovely.
And she smiles and she says, "Thank you. I try to pick the best for our little soirees and get together. Sorry that we didn't know you were coming tonight. Lucy, of course, knew you all were coming, but your clan, Jem, seems to always know a little bit more than some of us. At least that's what they think."
So you just happened to be throwing an unrelated party then?
Yes.
May I ask the occasion?
She looks down and she goes, "It's Saturday?"
Maybe. Internal monologue. Maybe I do fit in here. No.
Kind of
Never,
chuckles to
little
himself.
party never killed nobody, but play it like an orchestra.
She's like, this is Saturday. This is our weekly invitational for some members of our clan to get together and share what news might be going around in the city. And you may have heard we're a little bit of gossip queens, but what else do you have to do when you've lived this long? And she goes, "Siren, you are one of us. You are more than welcome to receive an invitation as we go forward. I know, of course, you might have your own duties. Vegas is such a taskmaster at times, isn't he?"
You have no idea.
"Oh, but I do."
Oh
And
my.
then she looks at
Oh, fuck this bitch! Good!
and she looks at Addison. "You're awfully quiet."
Well, I'm taken by your beauty. You've left me breathtaking.
That would be extremely flattering if I knew you had a breath to take. There are other things. So, and she leans back and she puts her feet back up on the desk. Tell me. I truly want to know. I wasn't your first stop tonight, was I? And she takes a sip of her not wine, definitely blood.
No, you were not.
She looks
My
at
bad.
Jace. She looks at Jace. Oh, Siren, I know you would have chose us if you had known, or if we had known what was going to happen tonight. Jace, where was your first stop?
We got to explore a graveyard.
Oh. She takes a sip. Really? I'm sure that was beautiful.
It wasn't all that terrible.
Well,
It
tell
was
me.
horrible.
There we go. There's some honesty. No.
I mean, you only say that because you didn't notice the architecture of some of the gravestones. They were actually quite beautiful from an antique point of view. And she gestures out at the rest of the house. I would assume that you'd have an appreciation for that.
Yes, but rotting corpses and dilapidated stonework and moss and... No.
So you can't see the beauty that was or the potential that there could be if they were restored.
And she just holds a finger up. There are truly different definitions of beauty. I choose the more classical definition. While, of course, every juke and jive bar here in New Orleans, with its rat piss bourbon and swamp-covered shoes, and every kind can offer some bit of beauty, refinement is what is lacking. And what we truly hope to give back to New Orleans with, and she points, or she kind of waves her hand to the Women's Opera Guild home. When I took this over, the arts were just starting to come back. The true arts. Music is always in the street, but the true arts of performance and song, that is what we are trying to give back to New Orleans after some of the kindred before us were washed away. She's obviously alluding to Katrina. And for that, we have our boy Prince to help us illuminate the way. She just kind of leaves the air open to you all. Well, let's see. Siren, what is your background is in rock and roll? Do you have jazz influences? What music is it that truly sparks your soul?
I mean, jazz doesn't hurt, quite frankly, but there's something about the wild abandon of music like rock, music like good soundtracks, and music that doesn't quite fit into, well, a 4-piece quartet.
That's fair. And yes, we do have a little bit of feedback. We're going to deal with that on the break. Otherwise, just stay tuned, guys. So sorry. So Jeanette came in and she told me that David and Jem, you also play music? Sorry, Addison.
Oh,
And Jim, you also play music? She can see through the fourth wall like other
He
nails.
sees all. Like,
He's a witch.
She's a witch.
Ban her!
build a bridge out of her.
A duck?
A duck.
A little bit, yes. I'm not formally trained or anything like these two.
That's fine. We always try to teach a little bit more than what someone knew before they came in.
That's admirable.
We would love to have you here sometime. We have nighttime classes as well, and she kind of just grins. Now, Addison, what do you play? What exactly?
Violin, classically trained. I don't need any additional training, thank you.
And she nods. Jace, anything?
Unfortunately not. However, that might be something that I'm able to fix with all of my newfound time.
Eternity is such a long time. We can work on anything that we would like to work on. Any deficiency we might have, and she looks at Addison. There's always room for improvement. And she looks and she stands back up and she goes, well, if there's nothing else tonight, should we see you out?
She needs someone to worship her tonight. Like, is she taken care of? I don't think Jem could do it properly, but man, Megan really wants her to try, because this woman, oh, she's everything to me right now.
As they're,
Same.
if there's nothing else, I have a thing as they're leaving. By the way,
Step on it.
For Sophia or
for the
everybody has a thing for Sophia?
for the room. No, she Siren does not. She's gonna kill her, but it's fine.
So she would stand up and say, well, you all have a lovely time tonight. I'll be here. If you need to schedule a meeting, feel free, of course, to reach out to, well, I guess it would be Lucy right now. But there are always proper channels. We would, of course, love to hear anything that you have to let us know about your arrangements or any way we might help in covering some of the areas that might be lacking. And Jace, this time she looks at you. But you all have a lovely, lovely evening.
You as well. We'll begin to get up.
If the offer to play something still stands, Siren would like to go out and request the piano seat from the ghoul, if she may.
Okay, we can do this.
Can I insight check her?
Who, Siren?
Sophia or me?
No, Sophia.
Yes, of course you can. What would you like to insight for?
Why she threw that last bit to Jace?
Of course.
Because I don't.
Oh, because you don't play.
Yeah. I
Oh,
assume.
then never mind.
Maybe
Actually-
maybe there's something more, but
Yeah, go ahead and roll a, let's do wits insight. And you're looking for 3 or more successes.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. She's inscrutable. I like that.
Oh, I mean, not so inscrutable. You were close. You get the impression that there is something more than the music, but you don't really get a hint on what it might be.
Okay.
And as you walk out, Jeanette is waiting. She goes, well, how was everything? Everything go well? She's
Man,
looking
for a
directly to you,
moment-
Siren.
Yeah, she's just, may I for a moment? And gestures at the piano.
To play or to drink?
To play. The offer
And-
was extended.
You are not wrong. In 2 seconds, and she walks over and she talks to. She walks over to this man who is in a lovely green suit. Not obviously neon green, but a very deep, dark forest hunter green, with a red rose corsage as well, and whispers in his ear, of course, and walks over to the pianist and taps him on the shoulder and stand. And he does so. And you're left with just the harpist follow. And he walks to the kitchen.
So, in almost an effort to prove herself to herself, She'll sit down and play something that, in my head, I know exactly what song it is too, but a classically an instrumental. It's called Christopher's Dream by David Lance. If anyone would like to look that up, by the way. To prove to herself and them, she chose rock music. It wasn't just because she couldn't play the way she was. She too, Addison, was classically trained.
What's it called again?
Christopher's Dream.
Well, let's see if fate is in your favor to show all the roses.
Find out.
Your thorns.
What are good rolls?
Anything above a 6.
Okay,
6 or
so,
above counts as a success.
So 3 of them.
Okay, are you rolling your hunger dice as well? One of those dice needs to be your hunger dice.
Okay, so hold on. Let me roll in. So 3 of them.
Okay, so 3 successes.
Okay, great.
And you do. This is a very lovely piece. You play it exactly how it is intended to be played. And you do get a lot upon completion. You look around and you've noticed that the harpist has changed her song to match yours. And you see the group standing around you and Jeanette smiling, and little applause tinks on the glasses, and Jeanette goes, "Very well done. We do need to have you back here again. Thank you so much. May I just go ahead and show you to Lucy?"
And while that was happening, Addison had pulled out his pocketbook once again and was just staring at Siren and sketching. Just as he did in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to draw you
French
like one of
girl.
his not French girls.
No,
And
With
with
his
it- and-
French Quarter girls.
Well, and definitely for
girls.
and Jem may have noticed this. Jem may, because she's seen Siren play before.
Yeah.
That while Siren is very competent and absolutely knows what she's doing, there is emotion behind it. It is not the same kind of emotion that she plays her music with. This is a routine and a sad piece because of what it is. It's very different. The emotion is very there, which is what she plays with, but it's not the same. It's not the same as the stuff that brings a house down at the clubs. Not even close.
It's true. And as you walk over, as Jeanette kind of walks you over to the front entryway, Lucy has her headphones off. And as you walk up, she puts them back on. So you're all still kind of not alive.
Yeah.
As not alive as we were when we entered, at least.
So you think, Jem, how was it?
Very nice party.
She goes, I bet. These are always so nice. And she just kind of like quickly turns to the door and walks the fuck out.
She'll link arms with Siren and follow her out so that she has someone to like anchor to. But gosh, that was so good. I forgot just how good you are. Oh man, that was like a third of what you could do when you were with Rock Candy. Man, she's just gushing.
But it was a third. So now you know why I don't play like that anymore.
Like, you're so good. You're so good.
And as you guys walk out, there are no drivers waiting for you. And Lucy,
Ratchet.
go ahead.
Before they left, could Addison kind of make the rounds and like graciously thank you for having me here, and make his rounds to everyone that he spoke to before.
Yeah, of course. As everybody else is walking to the front door, and so Addison, you wouldn't have seen Lucy with her headphones off and then put them back on, but you do make one last show of charisma and excellence. And I mean, do you pass out your cards at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Especially
To Jeanette.
to the more
Jeanette,
absolutely, but the people that he deems model-esque, especially, he sees this as an opportunity to network and to,
especially after your meeting with Sophia, you would have gauged that this is only for those that she would deem model-esque and worthy of an invitation. So you feel pretty confident that if as you're handing, let's say you hand your card to Jeanette and somebody else walks up and they reach for a card, and of course Toreador never wants to not be the one left out or not have something someone else does. They all do kind of walk over and get your card, and then they return to the kitchen area, and you're left with the harpist music as you all kind of form out. And you guys get to the sidewalk. And you guys are following Lucy, and she opens the wrought iron gate for you all, and you all kind of step out onto the curb. And like I said, there's no drivers, but okay, so now that we're out of that fucking place, everything okay. Okay. I think we should take in the night's air while we have it. And I want to show you two locations. They're roughly close together, but I want your opinions on them. And just give me a few minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. I have to make a phone call. And she pulls out her phone and she kind of walks away for a moment.
Edison?
Yes.
I can't remember. What's your sire's name?
Rebecca Chase.
Right. I'm sorry that she's such a pain.
What?
I mean, she must be remarkably unpleasant.
Rebecca Chase is a remarkable woman, and I shan't hear anything different.
Then I have to admit I'm a little confused, more than normal, because if we mess up, she dies. So I would think you'd be taking this a little more seriously and wanting to work with us. I know that you don't like us. It's really clear, even to me, but you're
Correction,
stuck with us,
Jam.
my dude.
Jam. I don't like them.
Well, you're stuck with them too.
Talking about Jace and Siren?
Yeah.
And
We're all stuck together, kitten. So you're going to have to start being a little bit nicer, or at least outwardly polite.
It's canon now. Addison is kidding.
And Jace will also, as after that, just say, if you wanted her to think you don't dislike her, you might stop interrupting her and putting your hands all over her face.
I'm here. I
Just
can
as a-
talk for myself. But thank
know.
you. That was really nice. I appreciate that.
Let me make this very clear. I don't need any of you. I can do this all myself.
And as you say that, Lucy returns,
It kills you.
and she head pats you. Like, she is significantly shorter than you. She goes, that is probably the most adorable thing I've heard all night. If they don't help you, you die. Rebecca dies. The prince dies. Every sire dies if you all don't work together. So you might not care about your own life. And she looks around. Don't fuck this up, pretty boy. And because she walks, and an Escalade does pull up.
Thank you. I thought we were going to have to walk like poors.
No, I'm not doing a fucking tour tonight. This is fucking stupid. And she looks,
Walk like boys.
and she hops. You hear the music as the Escalade pulls up, and it is just club beats, just bebop along. And she opens the shotgun, the passenger door, and she's like, "Get in, guys!" And she hops in. She takes her headphones off.
Oh, God.
Every
I'm
time
afraid.
that happens,
Scared.
We're going to die.
I
In an
will
Escalade.
get I will get into the Escalade.
I imagined it no other way, to be quite honest.
And it is very loud for you all. Not painfully so. I'm assuming no one has heightened senses turned on.
Not turned on, no.
No, so you have your regular kindred heightened senses. You guys kind of drive off. Is there anything else you would like to talk now in front of?
Who is driving?
Yeah.
It's a young looking African American guy. He's dressed in a similar kind of goth / emo way to Lucy.
Okay. Cool.
It's either that or gray sweatpants. That's the family aesthetic. I don't know.
There is no middle.
There
You're
is
gonna have
no
to pick a
middle
side, Jem.
ground.
You're going to have
We
to
are-
pick one.
We are either the day of MegaCon or the
day
after MegaCon. There is no in between.
Fair.
You're gonna have to pick an aesthetic by the. That's your 6-month goal, actually, is fall on one side.
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't think
I know.
she's just gonna go full fat Thor. I don't think
So
she's
is
love
cute enough
that.
to do anything else.
Is
I
there
love it.
anything you guys would like to talk about
Sorry.
before you guys arrive anywhere else?
Okay,
Jace is
well-
gonna. Oh, go ahead.
No, go. You
Oh,
first.
I was just gonna say that Jace is gonna have pulled out his notebook while we're driving.
I assumed it was
take
out
some
this
notes.
entire time.
No, the only reason not is because the meeting seemed too fancy for him to pull out a notebook, and that seemed couth. So he is now taking retroactive notes about everything.
And as the
She looks
camera-
at both.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go.
No, go ahead.
She looks at both Jason Addison as book nerds. Oh my god, like because they're both just sitting there with their fucking notebooks of. Oh my god, what? Like,
And you see the camera kind of roll over Jace's shadow and zoom into his hand writing in his book. What are some of the notes that Jace would have taken tonight?
So on the left side of the page is a lot of stuff like scratched out, but not like a single line through text, but like aggressively scratched out. And then you can just see some notes about the graveyard and maybe even a couple of things about what he saw, but it's all very question marky. It's all very like hastily written, and then a lot of it just hard scratched. And then the right page is about the fact that the Toreadors didn't have any hesitation about saying things that we were told not to say in anything that could be mixed company. And aside from that, also just the kind of an assessment on the energy that he felt while he was in there, and how oppressive it was near the ghouls, and how floaty everything else felt until we were pulled into the meeting, and how strong the Primogen was emanating just power, and how that kind of frightened him, but also really interested him.
So as you're taking your notes, I want you to roll a... Let's do... Let's do a intelligence occult.
Oh, hell yeah. 3, 7. And so a hunger die does not replace one
A
of
hunger
my
die
dice,
does
correct?
replace one of your
Okay,
dice. So if
that's
you're-
what I thought.
So your pool
So
is
I would
7.
be doing, my pool is 7.
So 6 regular, 1 hunger.
Yeah, I did not drink from the people juice, the people wine
Mhm.
that we were given, just because I didn't want to ask about it. And I also wanted to be careful.
I didn't want to
Aw.
know.
Well, no, he just also has a very specific palate.
Ugh.
Picky bitches.
Well,
What
God.
the
that I
fuck,
know.
man?
So let's...
Picky book nerds. You too.
Ooh,
Problem
oh, shit.
children.
Oh, fuck.
Listen,
What?
if that ain't my aesthetic, I don't know what is.
Okay, so I got
I love you, David.
5 successes total, 3
Okay.
of which were criticals. One of those was on my hunger die.
Okay, so you not really a time for a messy critical because there's nothing really I can give you for that
Sure,
while
sure.
you're just taking notes. However, you know 110% with your intelligence occult that the realization hits you as you're writing down of like, wow, they were just being open with shit. Oh, they were in their haven.
Yep.
It's
Yeah, I
is
mean,
there a safe
Matthew
place to talk?
realizes that. But yeah.
So now definitely Jace knows that. And that when you're talking about the blood and not drinking because of your preference or exclusion, that while everyone was sipping from glass, only actually, Siren, did you drink? I believe you did.
I did
So-
because etiquette.
You believe with the butler / server of the night saying that he was watching you guys, just raise your hands if you need something else, would have distinctly noticed that both Jace and Addison did not consume any blood on premises. And then we continue on with the notes. A compulsion? Not wrong.
Yeah, but he likes us, so you know.
Not yet. Not yet,
That.
because these are innocuous notes. Later on, probably.
It's something that it's gonna happen. So you guys drive downtown a little bit, and assuming there's no more conversation, you arrive at a dilapidated is probably not the right word. A vacant bar on the corner of 8th block and the 800 and 900 block. And so the locals know, and Addison, you may have actually come down here for a night before your embrace just to check out the local area. This is right at the end of what is very proudly known as the LGBT block of Bourbon Street. This is a place where it is safe, it is well known, there are no fucks given, and a very burly man in leather might beat your ass if you try to make any aspersions upon what he likes to do at night. There are rainbow flags across, and you guys are at the end of this block now as you pull up, and there's a crowd of people as it is nighttime on Bourbon Street. And Lucy turns around and says, "All right, first stop," and she puts her headphones back on, gets out of the car, and waits for you guys to get out. And you guys do.
First up my ass.
And you guys like I said, you're at the end of, like, in between blocks of the 800 and 900 block, and you see a couple pride flags from one side to the next, and it's just different levels, but you're pretty much at the end of the LGBT block. And so, do you guys want to take a look around? And you're just in front of this corner building of, like, the doors are shut, which is weird for Bourbon Street because most everything has these big double bay doors that open up, and everything is just kind of open to the street.
Huh.
Let's go inside.
I'm gonna see. Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna see where Lucy is either looking at or
Very clearly
starting to walk
she goes,
towards.
"So,
Yeah.
do you want to go inside?" And she's like got her back to you guys.
I think she wants us to go inside, and so I'm going to take that as a yes.
Yeah.
She does. She
Absolutely.
walks up and she opens. She pulls a set of keys from her pocket, and her little Lolita dress has pockets because fucking
Yes,
pockets.
bitch.
If you're going to be a vampire, you deserve pockets. They've learned that. It's an eternal principle.
Yes.
Pockets.
Yes.
And so she opens it, and kind of you guys all join her inside, and she turns around and she locks the door. She goes,
That's why she wanted
"So,
us to go inside.
let's go to the bar." And she kind of flicks the light switch on, and little, not little, but yellow lit globes of, the light globes pop on, and it lights up the bar. It doesn't light up the jukebox or anything, but lights up the row of lights. And she goes and she sits on the bar and crosses her legs. And she goes, "So let's actually have a talk. What do you guys remember? What have your sires told you about your task?"
Siren looks at the boys with the notebooks. I assume you have a timeline written down, Jace. You seem like the type.
And Jem,
6
she
months.
winks at you.
Jim is actually. Is there anyone else in there besides us that we can
No, it's just you
immediately
guys.
see?
It was
Okay.
completely pitch black before you guys came in. The doors were
Jem-
locked and closed. And
Is it a functional bar?
there is not stocked yet. It is the empty shell of a bar.
Okay, she's gonna like jump over the bar and start inspecting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But 6 months, you said, yeah?
Yes, 6 months. We have 6 months to, and he will start frantically flipping through his notebook towards actually, he'll just flip it all the way to the beginning. And
Page 1. The task at hand.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she,
AKA the weirdest night of my life.
you see like the biggest eyebrow raise that Lucy can actually, the people's eyebrow on like ecstasy blood, looks at you, Jace, with your notebook. Okay,
6 months. We
let me see the book. And she holds her hand out to you.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I would rather you didn't.
I don't fucking care. And she takes her headphones off,
Oh,
Pops
I hand
down.
it over.
pops down the bar, and snatches the book from you. Talk. I'm listening. And it's like very aggressively like, talk. I'm listening. And
6 months to we
she
will
rips
be
out a page.
attacked.
and puts it on the bar.
In 6 months, I believe that we
Rips
are going
another
to be.
page.
I'm
Takes
looking
on
at
bar.
all of the pages that she's ripping out, or like as fast
She
as I
puts her
can.
hand on it.
Fuck.
We have to defend our haven from attack, be it
Rips out.
Cool.
She skips a page and rips out another page.
ghoul or vampire.
No, it's gonna be
Rich.
cool because it's daytime.
She closes the book and hands it back to you. 6 months. Ghouls attack you in the middle of daylight. You'll be asleep, dead. If you can't survive, you're dead. The prince is dead. Rebecca Chase is dead. Vegas is dead. Iris is dead. Camarilla of New Orleans, completely fucked. One of the Primogens will take it over. Jace, stop writing fucking shit down in your book that you can't even talk about in public. If you got mugged in the street, and she puts her headphones back on. If you got mugged in the street, if a elder kindred saw you writing stuff down and took your fucking book from you, you'd be dead tonight. None of the words was good enough to use in covert company. Now, we're going to discuss this later. And she takes the papers and puts it in her pocket. I understand that you all are new. And I am very sure that Iris told you to be studious and pay attention. First, tradition. Pay attention to that, more so than anything else. Six months. You have to survive. This, and she taps her pocket, is not how to survive. And if you think, and she walks up to you, Jace, that I'm going to let you kill my fucking prince, I will stake you my fucking self and put you down in the bottom of the basement, and you will survive, and all the quotients will be met, but you will not fuck this up. She looks at you, Addison, and if you don't keep your fucking mouth shut and be more goddamn respectful, I will do the same to you, and we'll let the ladies take care of it. And she goes, and she sits back on the bar, turns it back to you guys. Turns and... Do you remember the big scary lady with the big fucking sword? Yeah, so the prince took the sword. And, well, Blue Blood, you lost a member of your clan before you were even part of it. Because of disrespect and a breaking of the tradition in Elysium. That is nothing compared to somebody who, I don't know, actually knows how to fucking use the sword. There's a reason why I'm teaching you guys and not her. Jace, you would have been dead. You owe me. And she takes out and she begins ripping notes into a little piece of paper, like little tiny shreds. And from her other pocket, she takes out a little tiny flask. And little tiny flask. It's little and tiny, but it's about this fucking big. You know, it's like a regular sized flask. And she just starts pouring it into a little shot glass with the paper. And she starts just doing this. So, what do you guys think of this place? She's just sitting here stirring the ripped up notes around.
Got good bones. Depends on what you want to do with it.
Well, it's up to you guys. This could possibly be your haven that you have to survive in approximately 5 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, and about 8 hours. Sorry, 2 weeks and about 8 hours.
Looks good. And he will begin looking around to see what all he can see, how many rooms there are, etc., etc. But he's not going to leave. He's not going to leave the room that we are in. But he will just begin looking around and see if he can see hallways. What's up?
And she sees you. She goes, Jace, feel free. If you guys want to go look around, look around. We do have another place to stop tonight. However, this is option number one. It's personally my favorite option. Like, it's right here on the strip. It's in the rack. However, and you guys know that the rack is like a fee-freeding area with the limitations that the princess put upon, like no public officials, no public servants, no bartenders, no workers. Basically, be careful with locals or people who seem like locals. Feel free on the tourists, but only Bourbon Street. On the real rowdy nights, you have mounted cops on both sides, and it's like kind of within the horses.
All the Wisconsinites we can handle.
Hell yeah.
A very Sweeney Todd of us. No one local, someone who can't be traced, in and out of town.
As soon as she said, Jace, feel free to walk around, he left. And
you guys, there is the bar area. When you look at it, when you walk in, there's there's kind of an open area that you'd assume is where the bouncers would be at, kind of like the security, because they're gonna have to be at the doors and stuff like that to make sure people just don't wander the fuck in. You see a nice wood top bar. You see some tables in the back. You see some pool tables, and there's what looks like, there's no dartboard there, but there's like an area that would be for a dartboard. The board isn't there, but the clamshell is. And in between the bar and the pool area, the pool table area, there is a set of stairs that walk up. And when you guys were outside, you could see that this was a second-story establishment. Yeah. And Jace, when you get up there, you see that there are some rooms, and like you open the door, they're empty. But there are some rooms. There's 6 rooms, and it goes along the front of the bar. Front of the building on the L shape. And on the back area, there's kind of like a seating area, like a little mini dining room, but there's nothing there.
Okay. Neat.
And she just kind of leaves you guys to walk around as she's making her little paper mache of masquerade breach.
And there's no like lower area?
If you look around, there's like a crawl space area, but there's not a basement because it's New Orleans.
Yeah, it's like Florida. We're below sea level.
Not a thing when you can,
blood, you can't have basements.
Is there like a back of house area in the bottom level though?
Yeah, like behind the bar, like if you go essentially underneath the stairwell, like Harry Potter-esque, there's a door that kind of opens, and you'll go back to like the kitchen area and the back of house area. There's a little office back there. There's the kitchen. It's a pretty nice setup for what it is.
If Addison's going to go there, she would want to check it too, because she actually has a background in food service. So she's like looking to see if it's usable, if this is something, what it is.
And so, Siren, with your specialization, you would know that pool table area could easily be renovated for something else.
Good.
And you guys can walk around and explore. If you want to talk to Lucy, you can, but she's just gonna kind of chill.
This is nice.
This could be spectacular.
Right?
Don't start singing Moulin Rouge, both of you. I swear to God.
Elephant
Not
Sun
my
medley.
favorite.
Let's do this.
You
Decor medley, yes.
know this place could be something special.
Depends on what you mean by special.
A place where we could hide in plain sight.
Exactly. This is perfect. It plays into all of our wheelhouses.
A place that we could make some real money.
Right.
So it's an investment. But
Isn't
here's the thing.
everything?
But here's the thing. If this place is an investment, then so are we.
Yeah.
Touché.
I am willing to be invested in and play nice if you are willing to listen to me as an equal member of the team with my own expertise. I played with bandmates I don't like before and still made some killer music.
How good is Fleetwood Mac, right?
Listen, I don't even
Just
want to talk about it, okay?
Just saying.
Sonny and Cher still had some good times after the breakup.
And Jace, what are you doing as they're all downstairs having this conversation?
Having this stare down.
Jace is gonna be going upstairs, and he's gonna, first time since the graveyard, flip on Sense the Unseen, see what's up, see if there's stuff here, because if this is where we're gonna be hanging out
So
again.
So there's no roll check. There's no rouse check, should I say?
Correct.
And I heard you roll it, but I can't.
Well, it's because I can either see the detail as a single line that I have to like scroll through to read, or I can roll it to like see what the description was.
Okay. So with your Sense the Unseen on, go ahead and roll me a Wits Awareness as you kind of walk around.
Okay.
Go ahead and add me a +1, please.
Okay. 2 wits, and then awareness is 3. Get rid of 1. Hunger. I will eventually.
You'll take
I'll
your
have
time.
to do this even faster. Okay. Ooh. Well. Okay. Man, I don't like that I keep crit succeeding on my fucking hunger die. That's gonna be 3 successes with the only crit being
Only
my
crit on your hunger
die.
dice? Okay.
Yep.
So when you do that, there's a cold sensation that washes over your body again, a trepidation, if you will, of I hope this fucking goes well. And as you're walking around, you don't notice anything.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Did you get
That's
the feeling?
honestly, I like to hear it.
You get the feeling of being watched. You get that unwanted feeling is back. But
Whoa.
you see no cause for it. There's nothing that you pick up.
All right. Okay. He will just keep it keep it going as because he's doing a scan of the upstairs, seeing how large each of the rooms are and which one he wants to claim for himself and which one he wants to throw a library in, because these bitches didn't come upstairs to grab dibs on rooms, and he has learned you have to grab dibs on rooms.
Yeah.
So or
Really
at
smart
least
one.
or you get what you get. So but he will, after he's done that, he will keep the Sense the Unseen going as he goes downstairs, and specifically wants to look through the windows and see if anything is watching, and look at the door. But if he sees something, immediately turn it off.
Well, and you kind of open up the shutter-esque doors that it has a curtain rod above the doors in each of these rooms that overlook the street. And you can hear the music, you can hear the people. It's not a very quiet place, but you open it up and you step out on the balcony, and you don't sense anything unseen. You just see all the people out there living their nice, wonderful, kind lives.
Oh yeah, and he will quickly close the blinds because gross. And then go back downstairs to join the group.
And so I'll let you know if you see
Thank you.
anything that somebody else can't see.
Thank you.
And so you go back downstairs, and they're all just kind of walking around. You meet up with everyone else.
How's upstairs?
Rooms, 6 of them, and a dining room. What could have been a dining room, but obviously we don't need a dining room.
Yeah, it's just kind of like
Similar
an empty
things.
area at the end of
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's plenty of
VIP space.
We have to
Or-
live here. It can't all be club.
Wait, are you wanting to
Yes.
rent this?
No. Like, just turn it into one.
No.
Yeah.
I know you lack the ambition of anyone, but
Mm-mm. Talk nicer.
I know you aren't business-minded. You have other talents.
Good job, kitten.
But this space has potential.
Yes, it does. And it would be fun, and we could work again, like we used to. And
and you hear Lucy talk about, because working is so much fun.
sometimes it
babysitting.
is.
You do.
And I look at her and I say, making money.
You do realize that we have to, if this is our haven,
She just goes,
we
"Money's
have to
overfucking
also live here,
Right.
and we have to also shore up defenses, and
Right.
also do things that are not necessarily good for non-kindred to see. And you want to just
Exactly.
invite them into that space.
Yes, because if they're going to be sending people here and they also can't breach the masquerade, having a whole place filled with kind might be the best way to keep us safe, actually.
And kind who adore us.
It seems like a terrible idea, but we will see what happens.
Then
So-
what is your idea, little genius?
Hold on, you guys don't even know what the second place is yet.
You can go look at it.
Do you guys want to?
Yeah, I think that would probably be best because I have a sinking feeling that this one's going to be a no. So looking forward to working at a nice bar.
Just start making a pro cons list, darling. Start making a pro cons list.
A
It's
sexy
fine.
bar.
Actually, let's not do that. Keep it in your head.
And lists can be in my. Do you see a book? I don't have one. It's all up
Dip,
here.
dip, dip, dip. Jab.
Yeah.
Keep it all in your head. And she walks towards the door and flips the deadbolt, does the latch, and she opens the door. Come on.
Lucy's gonna kill all of us at some point. I have a feeling she's gonna be the end of everyone but Jem.
Just y'all.
Jace will turn off Sense the Unseen as we walk outside, and then begin going to the other place.
Yep. And you guys hop in the car again. Door opens up. Lucy hops in, headphones off. You guys drive off. And it's about 5 minutes up a couple blocks. Still close enough where there's a lot of foot traffic to and from Bourbon Street. But it's not as busy. And you guys come to, actually, Jace and Jem, you guys would have known that this was planned to be the Hard Rock Casino, but it fell through.
Like Hard Rock?
Hard Rock.
Yeah, like the establishment.
A little bit of this isn't a little bit of lore for you guys. This is in 2018. In 2000 and I want to say 19, at the end of 2019 into 2020, the Hard Rock Casino that was supposed to be there collapsed. And there's a lot of like, ooh, we wonder what happened. Conspiracy theories because it matched some like buildings being exploded in other states. The foundation collapsed, and they were trying to build a basement in an area that a basement shouldn't fucking be in, and just structural integrity wasn't there, and there were some shortcuts and et cetera, et cetera. But they've started building again, and you see that the building is completed. But you see a for sale by blah 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 blah.
You should definitely turn on Sight the Unseen when we get in there.
Addison,
Yeah, right?
Addison, what I would like you to do for me, please, is roll me we'll do a intelligence finance, please.
Things I'm good at. Let's see.
Yep, that building.
I got 3-1 regular crit.
Okay. It is by Quartermain Property Investments.
Like Alan
And you
Gordon.
know, with your 1 being adventurer, 2 intelligence and finance, that is your primogen.
Should you just give it to you?
Is like shell company-esque local, like it's owned and operated by another company, but this is the local company. And so you have that knowledge to do with what you wish. And so Lucy reaches into her other pocket and picks out her flask, and she puts her other hand. Jim, hold this, and hands you the flask, and it still has the fucking shot glass. And then she reaches in, she pulls out another key and puts the shot glass back, and takes her flask and puts it in the other one, and takes it out and puts it in her back. No, puts it back in her other pocket, and she walks up to the front door and opens it. And you see, this is like a 10-story building. It is lined with windows all across. It looks like it is a building that could be a hotel. And you walk in and take a Hard Rock Casino and take all the shit out of it. And you have like an empty floor plan. You have empty rooms. And it's like 10 stories tall.
Just gonna look at Jason Siren and say, is this subtle enough for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
What would we do? She's back to Lucy. What would we do with all of this?
Well, I tell you what, it wouldn't come anywhere near as cheap as the other place. But it's bigger.
Oh, he'll be paying for it, and she'll.
A space like this, we wouldn't turn a profit for years.
This is too much.
Well, and that is to be brought up. This would be an investment on interested parties to see you succeed. However, it would require an investment, as would the other place. It would require an investment on you all. However, it would also be I want to say loan, and she shuts the door and she locks it. However, favors are probably more likely to happen here, but it is bigger, it has more room, you could make more money off of it, depending on how convincing you are to secondary parties involved to share the benefits of this place. But I will say you would be safer probably here. There's no basement.
There is something to be said about the fact that this is so large that we would not be able to be quite as easily found out if we wanted people to traipse into our haven.
She just rolls her eyes.
Jace, and Addison looks at Jason, or looks at Jem actually, and says, "Jace saying there is something to be said about size. What a surprise!"
Hidden. We talked about this. Nice. It's a lot, and I don't think any of us have a background in hospitality. Not like this, anyway. And I realized we wouldn't be running it directly. We'd have to, hire people, but then that becomes this whole fucking thing. This is a lot.
And she's so you see Lucy, and she's on this like podium area, like an entryway, I guess services kind of thing. She just puts her arms up. Ghouls, people, regular people.
That's a lot of ghouls.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to ghoul all these people. You'd be drink dry within the first just fucking month. Even if you all did it, you just.
I'm only 2 weeks old, man.
But you guys could have this up and running within 6 months.
Bottom line is this, I feel like. She looks at Addison for this. She, I think you're both right and wrong, listening to Lucy a little. Because you are investing and you keep talking about money. But from a grand scheme of things, maybe you too ought to be looking into investing in favors and boons.
I would love
Which
to.
one?
What would you like to owe me?
Not you specifically right now. Although I'll come back to that because it feels interesting and fun. But which of these two places has more longevity? Not just for the next 6 months, but in reality, if this is our life or unlife for a while, which one?
Are you asking my opinion on what is best for you? I mean, I will give you my opinion.
I was talking to Addison, but
fair
Lucy
enough. Lucy did not say any of those words.
No, you're okay. Sorry. That was all at Addison. I thought I said that. I may have said it wrong.
We are in New Orleans.
Oh, I know.
City
And
that is run on carnage and lust and booze and everything that other place represents. That is a diamond. This is an investment that I don't see a return on.
And so Lucy goes, I mean, you did see the name on the front of the building, right? I saw you looking at it.
I am very aware that my sire may be able to assist with this place, but I think that inspiration is more important, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Siren, Jem, Jace.
Jace.
We feel that a bar, that a place of luxury, that a place of enjoyment, that a place of, not a place to rest your head, a place to excite,
And you
is
see,
much more our speed.
You see Lucy, she's still got her hand. She picks it up and she opens her phone. It's like an older flip phone. And she texts. She's just playing on her phone.
Playing Snake.
You can see she's very like intensely focused. So yeah, could be.
Jem,
Yeah.
what do you think?
If we move in here, people are going to. Excuse me a moment, won't you?
No. She's not texting you.
Oh, well,
I absolutely thought that was her phone buzzing.
You hear her phone go off.
Okay.
Texting someone, not us.
If we move in here, someone's going to ask questions about who it is that finally bought the Hard Rock. There's going to be a lot of eyes on us. If we move into that shit shack, no one's going to care because it's been moved into thousands of times.
You think Addison Claiborne is going to move into a shit shack? That's going to be divine.
And so Jen,
Also,
now you
Addison?
get a text.
Addison, I think you're going to move wherever we tell you to, and I think you're going to be damn thankful about it. Hold on. Hold up real quick. I have to take this.
while she's checking.
It's an unknown number, Jim.
Oh, God.
And it is
They always are.
It is a crown with a smiley face next to it.
Uh-huh.
And a thumbs up.
Starting to think these aren't coming from Dad. I think these are coming from Lucy. But that's fine. She will take this approval wherever she can get it.
You see, she's still like going to town. She doesn't look at you at all. She's just still
Sky Dad?
T9ing
Thank
it
you.
like crazy.
Are you there, God?
Oh my God, T9.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I could still do it too. Like
Amazing.
it's muscle memory.
L.
Yeah.
Him.
Yep.
Well,
I was real
then.
good at it.
Sorry, I just had flashbacks.
To be fair, moving into a place that also keeps being moved in and out of is just as big of an eye on us as moving into somewhere like here. Trust me, when buildings keep failing, more sight might be on us waiting for us to fail there.
And she
It's more
clips the phone. Okay. What are we doing?
We're not sure yet. Hold. It's more compact. We can have better eyes on it as opposed to 10 stories worth of hotel rooms and we don't know who the fuck's in them.
And Jem,
Yes.
I would appreciate if you took your own advice. You said we need all of us to be successful.
Yes.
I am a businessman.
I know.
Siren is an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps what we have to say in this matter holds quite a bit of weight.
I'm not
And Lucy's
suggesting that it
phone
doesn't.
rings. Lovely.
We're in trouble.
1 second. And she pulls away. Hello? And she starts walking off. Like she took the headphones off. Hello?
I'm not suggesting that it doesn't. And honestly, and she'll look to Siren, I'm sorry if it seemed like I wasn't respecting your opinions.
Oh, that was not. I'm fine. I see either
Oh, he's gonna
Vegas
love
casino
that.
in this one or bar scene in the other, and either one. Jace?
I think we need to make a decision right now, and it sounds like we are leaning towards a small bar because I think Lucy is about to come yell at us again.
Are you okay, by the way?
I'll be fine.
Oh.
All right.
So you just want me to rip
It
it
was
up?
not you.
Oh.
No, I mean, I have a
Oh.
shot glass full of dumbass papers anyways. I would just add that one to it. And she's like screaming. Like, I'm not obviously
Right.
going to yell into the mic, but it's Lucy and she has her headphones off.
Jace is going to do any of
Yep.
you have a lighter?
Straight to the prince.
I do, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will take
Prince?
it and I will begin
I can't hear you. Speak up.
burning my notebook.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay. Actually,
It's a
hold on.
notebook.
So hold on.
Calm
Pause. Jace,
Yes.
two things. I'm
Yes.
not going to take this away from you. Two
It's
things.
fine. Yes.
Do you have anything to light anything on fire with?
We just asked.
We just
yes.
I just got a lighter
Okay.
from
Awesome.
Jem.
I
You're
always
gonna
have
light your book
cigarettes on me.
Yes.
Okay. I would like everyone to roll me a fear frenzy roll.
Oh God.
What is that?
Fire
Help.
bad.
Say more things.
Actually, hold on. We're not going to fucking do that because I want to know. I want to roll me. No, I'm not going to take it. No, you said you want to do it. I was going to say,
Yeah.
okay,
So is it just frenzy?
it's a rush strike check. we're going to. I can never remember how to spell.
How does this work?
Oh, somebody help me.
Same.
We've never rolled these. What are they?
I'm afraid.
I mean, I can click the word frenzy,
Yeah.
but I don't know
What it do?
does.
Okay,
Composure plus resolve plus
Thank
a
you.
third of your humanity.
What?
Composure.
Composure plus resolve
Okay.
Resolve.
plus 1/3 of your humanity. So that would be 2.
Yep.
One of those is a hunger die.
If your hunger is only at 1, one of them is a hunger die. I
Got
believe everybody is at hunger 1.
Uh-huh.
And you see, as this is
Or
happening.
no hunger dice in willpower.
Oh, thank you. No hunger dice and willpower. Thank you. See, this is what happens when you have a pro in the room.
Lit.
And Lucy is going to roll hers as she comes
Oh fuck.
back in the room.
Cool. Okay. Well,
I got 2 and a crit.
Okay.
Know what that means.
I
I
got
just got 2.
I got
Yeah.
7 and a crit.
Good God.
What?
He's fine. He's a magician.
I have 3 composure, 3 resolve, and
Siren,
we got
what'd you
2
get?
from humanity.
I have
2 of
Two.
7 dice. I got 2 successes.
I also have 7 dice.
Thank you.
I had 8
I have
dice.
6. I'm a poor.
that's
I'm a
fine.
poor.
The
You all
only
have
2
to
I rolled,
take care
I
of
rolled a
me.
6 and a 7, and everything else is like 1s and 2s.
We're doing our best. We're doing our best.
Are we? That's what's sad.
Iron Spear is guilt driven right now because she feels like it's her fault that he just had to do that.
No.
As she opened her
I
fucking
was
mouth.
so hoping that Lucy messy criticaled on this.
What fun
Oh.
that would be for all of us here.
So everyone, as soon as he flicks that lighter, you immediately get this, oh shit, and then you step back. And Lucy comes up. And you see her just stop with the cell phone in her hand. And she shakes. And she steps 1 foot back. Put it the fuck out.
He does.
Everybody okay? And you guys are okay. Like obviously, like that was the first time, the very first time that you guys have experienced this. You were told that fire bad, don't be around fire. Fire will make you fucking go crazy, make you run away. And even Jace, you were like, the moment that it clicked, like it started to light in your hands and you tossed it
Yeah.
down because you freaked the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she just stares at you, Jace. Okay. Okay. Look, pocket.
Yep.
Okay. Lighter, bar. I mean, Jim is. I mean, is you just kind of like,
Oh,
Jim, is that your lighter?
it was.
Put it in your
It
fucking
belongs
pocket.
to the bar now.
Put it in your fucking pocket.
Okay.
Just get off the phone with, and she's like visibly like fucked up. Addison, do you prepare to invest in the bar in the rack?
Addison goes to answer with a very clear yes, but then kind of takes a breath and looks at Jace first,
Nods.
and looks at Siren, and looks at Jem, and then looks back to Lucy and nods.
You did my hard work for me. Since everybody's on board. Addison, your sire is understanding. However, very disappointed that you did not choose the Quartermain investment. However, that's okay. Jace, I'm going to fucking strangle you before this night is over. I swear to fucking everything. Kane, if you want to be a Lilith cult, I don't give a fucking shit.
Let's create new religions.
Fire, bad. Kindred, good. Kind, yum. Please, fuck. Siren, what do you think?
We're good.
Jem, never give him a lighter. And she looks at Jace like, you done fucked up, but...
Yes, ma'am.
You done fucked up, son.
It's growing pains. It's growing pains. It's okay. Jem, which place do you want?
Me?
Yes.
I want the elephant.
And she looks like elephant it is. Addison, you owe Jem $100,000 for the investment into the Prince's private club. Le Savior Savor. Savor the sight. The amount was... Let's say the amount isn't superficial. She says
Addison
smile.
pulls out his checkbook from his...
She says smile. Like Lucy says the words, and by the way, she says smile.
He signs the check, rips it out, hands it over to Jem.
Oh, no, that's okay. You can just send it to my people.
Their dynamic is my favorite.
And then she'll I'm sorry. I'm really excited. I've never seen this much money on paper before. And she's just going to grab it.
She lost all cool
Lucy
immediately.
walks up and takes it from you and hands it back to Addison. The other check, please.
Addison sighs and pulls out the check from Rebecca Chase.
And she takes
And
it,
hands it over.
and she starts ripping it up, puts it in her glass, and kind of just like there's not enough fucking liquid in it anymore. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Folks, we got ourselves a club.
You can take the 2 temporary dots of resources off your page, Addison.
This is exactly, it's Lilo and Stitch with, I want to buy him. Can I borrow $2?
And right there, we're going to take our break. Let our players breathe a little bit. Everyone, go get you some Vitae. Go get you some rum. Remember to blush of life. And we shall return shortly. I am lying. It's fine.
I hate it. Are we already lying?
I was actually going to give you guys a 3, 2, 1, but you're like, I feel like you're lying. Well, might as well just switch over. Welcome back, everybody, to Bayou. Sorry, Blood in the Bayou. See, I mess with him. I can't mess with him. Blood in the Bayou, session 2. On the first half, we basically had a little soiree that the coterie got to meet the Toreador Primogen and make their present themselves and make themselves who they really were show through. For some it was scared and timid, and some it was I am the best. And then Jace tried to set everybody on fire.
Hell yeah, bitch.
Checks out.
So which is on par. So the coterie decided to do the little, I wouldn't say little, it's a fairly large bar and gathering area, but the bar on the strip on Bourbon Street, Le Savieux Savoie. The French locals, or the locals who have been around the French language long enough. Addison, you would probably know this just because you're Addison. It means savor the sight. And a very quick little tidbit was thrown in that it was the princes. And Addison.
That means he knows where all the secret entrances are. Fuck.
Well, until you put points in it, there are no secret entrances. There's a back door, but that's just because it's a back door. So
Hey.
Oh, thank you.
the choices were essentially the Hard Rock without any stuff in it. 10-story building that could have been renovated in however they liked. However, it was owned by the Primogen of the Ventru, and there would have come some strings with that. But they would have had a lot more help, a lot more security, a lot more backing to turn in what they wanted, but it would have come with being always under the watchful eye of the Primogen. But it's an investment into a large business in New Orleans. That's just kind of a given at this point. So they went and decided to go it alone. Aside from a $100,000 investment from Rebecca Chase to the Prince of New Orleans. The same $100,000 that had been previously given to Addison for purchase of his embrace. And as any good Ventru saw a way to recoup her losses. And because cashing a check, unless you use your phone to do it, is really hard to do at nighttime, Addison hadn't really had a chance to cash in his check. Maybe he was going to frame it. Maybe he's just going to keep it in his wallet as a nice little memento. But
His first dollar, but $100,000 check.
Baby's first 100,000.
But there was some discussion on which would make more money. There was a discussion on which would be safer. And with all things considered, they decided to go for the close, intimate atmosphere of LSS, or Le Savieux Savoie. And because I'm not saying that every time, it's LSS.
The elephant.
The elephant. I knew, Lucy knew what you meant. I didn't know, but I knew what you meant.
It's the elephant.
Sorry, Lucy knew what you meant. I did not. We were just going to roll with that. So we were going to time skip a little bit to where you've had conversations with your sires, and Jace, you have been restricted to the store and your New Haven. Your first night with Iris, she asked you to have a seat, and she says, so, tell me about the cemetery and the Toreador, and you guys have chosen which is your New Haven, right?
Yeah.
She just crosses her legs and looks at you.
Yes. I actually had something to ask you about.
Of course.
In regards to the graveyard.
The graveyard. You're talking about Grins.
Yes.
Okay.
But it wasn't about him or anyone that lives there. Well, that you know what I mean. So before a couple of weeks ago, if I had been asked about spirits, ghosts, I would have probably said that most
You
of
went
them
poking
are fine.
around, didn't you? Look, okay, so if I teach you something, I apparently need to incentivize when and when not to use it. Can't judge you. When I told you you could see ghosts, you went to a graveyard. I'm guessing you saw a ghost.
I did.
They don't like
and
that, Jace. They really do not.
I have since learned, and I think that one of them has latched on, probably.
And she raises a finger. You see her eyes kind of glimmer over, like there's not a rainbow effect or a shadow effect, but she just kind of like glazes. Okay, well, you didn't bring anybody here. I don't think you're being followed. If you bring something through this front door, rest assured, if I don't want it here, it's not going to go well for that. This is my place. However, depending on the situation, it might not go well for you if something has latched onto you and I say no and it can't come in.
Yeah, I
How
I
angry was
haven't-
it? Just tell me how angry it was.
I didn't think that it was angry, and then it tried to touch me, and it got very close to touching me, and I did not let
She
it.
grasps your hand. She like leans over and the little Ouija board tarot-esque table, and she leans
Yeah.
over. She grasps her hands. Jace, listen to me. So, you know how powerful you are, how strong you are. Like I've seen you. Like the first 3 teacups you broke because you didn't realize your own strength after your embrace.
Uh-huh.
You are still a little teacup compared to everything else in this world. I
That's what I'm
am
learning.
a little teacup compared to those fuckers. With a touch, they could destroy you. They could possess a car and to drive it into you. They could possess a telephone pole and not telephone pole, but the transformer and explode it onto you. You don't, okay. And she like runs her
Yeah.
fingers through her hair. It's my fault. Instruction,
No.
teacher, no, teacher, student, sire, child, graveyard. Interesting though. And she takes out her book. Interesting though. This was in Grin's graveyard.
Yes, there were several entities that I saw, but only a few of them saw me, and there were 3 in particular, and I tried to avoid them, but they intercepted me, and then there was one that was sort of leading the charge, if you will.
Fair enough. We need to get you a book. Remind me, wraiths, shadows, undead, spirits. We need obviously the chancery for this. Okay, so we need to do hierarchy. Probably need to go over all the supernatural elements that we're aware of. So you know how we do magic, right? And I told you that there were like mages and
Yes.
don't fuck with kindred who know what you are. Not kindred, kind who know what you are, because 1, Second Inquisition, kind of already talked about that. 2,
Yes.
mages bad. Mages
Yes.
bad. You know, like ghosts could possess a car, wraiths could possess this car and then explode it into. They can rewrite reality where you now are in the car, and I don't mean like in the driver's seat. I mean like you're the engine. Bad news. We work with them every now and then because magic.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta sometimes.
Tell me about the Toreador. That must have been such a fucking riot.
They were fine. They were not fine. They were proper.
Yeah, they are. Did you guys oh no, apparently that wasn't supposed to happen. You guys didn't meet the Ventru.
No.
All I heard was Cemetery, Toreador.
It was Cemetery, Toreador, and then our 2 havens.
And then one in which you tried to burn fucking down.
No, I didn't. I didn't try to burn that down. I tried to burn my book. And everyone overreacted. But
she gives you this eye like, okay, wraiths, bad. Cemeteries, careful. Fire, always bad. That was day 1. We literally went traditions, fire.
Yeah,
Sunlight,
panic.
also bad, Jace. Don't do it.
And he will chuckle at that. And yeah, yes, I know, Iris, I know. The others are wanting to, they want to make our haven a place where people can come in. They want to make our haven an actual bar. And it makes me uncomfortable.
So, where do I live?
I mean, you live in a very magically hidden everything behind the store. But
Just I told you that was
Yes,
There's nothing
I know.
here. I live here, Jace.
Yes,
You can't
I
shit
know, but
on everyone else for wanting to have a haven that was protected while weak by like kind can just walk in or break in. Somebody's gonna want to break into this place. Potato Head, Voodoo, Mr. Potato Head is literally sitting next to the Shrunken Head. No one's gonna want to break into this place.
yes, but there's
Don't
just
give the kind a reason to break in, and they don't give a shit. We make money at my
that's
haven.
true. Yes,
We're
but
not one of
your
these
haven,
cities where we can have a huge domains and we can just live wherever the fuck we want to. Your
Yeah, but
choices
your
are
haven isn't
live
going.
where you shit, or live where no one knows where the fuck you are.
And again, I get that, but your haven isn't going to be attacked in 6 months by people that have probably already been able to scope it out because you've invited them in to have drinks.
So you're worried. Okay, we went over rituals. We went over some of your
Yes.
the lack of the better word, spell books.
Yes.
We went over the things that you're capable of doing. This is not out of the realm of possibility. If you want some help, I can help you out and be able to. I don't want to die, Jace.
I know. I obviously don't want you
Jace,
to
my
or
little
me
teacup,
to
I adore
either.
you. If I would have known that my future, my eternal, not really eternal, we don't actually live that long. People try to kill us all the time. If I was going to be able to be known that I was going to possibly give all that up, if my little teacup made a poor decision, I probably would have waited until I could have got you when there wasn't such a stipulation. And I'm pretty sure I speak for everyone aside from the boy prince that if we decided to never in my unlife or life have I been put in a situation where such the power dynamic is not in my favor. I'm not the oldest in the city, but I never expected that my instruction and knowledge would literally be what separates me from the grave a second time.
Fair.
So let's go to the chantry and get you that book.
Yes.
And then
Yes,
we're gonna
let's.
clip over. And the camera clips downtown. And Addison, you're sitting in Rebecca Chase's penthouse loft suite area. So I hear that my investment into your blood may have not have went so well. Lost my money already. I want to know why you didn't go with Quartermains.
Well, I have my own money.
Do you?
And you know I do, Rebecca.
You do. That's one of the reasons why I chose you. However, while not insulting to go it alone and show your worth, we do want that. You are striving to hold your own, stand on your own 2 feet. And while it was not a snub, keep in mind that favors and boons are just a way of life, and you, of course, come to us if you need something. Now, I heard you met Jeanette.
Yes.
What did you think?
She is interesting.
So, what did you think of Sophia?
Sophia, well, she is spectacular.
She could have been more Primogen.
She is spectacular, Rebecca. You are everything.
Well, don't stop there. Tell me.
She is dessert. You are the whole meal.
So I'm not a snack. I'm just the whole ass buffet. Fair. You would have done well with them. As we move forward, know that, unfortunately, my investment into you does pay a return on me.
I won't let you down.
I hope not. I would love my continued investments, my entire fucking life to be able to continue.
Rebecca, I don't fail.
So I had a talk with Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about Jace.
Jace. Clan Tremere.
And she holds open her little portfolio. Speak when you're spoken to.
He just nods.
Okay. Tell me about Jace. You've had some time out on the town. Tell me about Jace, and then we'll move on to the rest. But this is potentially troubling. Because I need to know if there are any weak links that we need to take care of to ensure our own survival. Is this a poor investment made by the Tremere?
I don't know. Rebecca, I will tell you this. Is Jace rough around the edges? Absolutely. But is he smart in a way that I can admit he thinks very differently than the rest of us? Could be useful.
And that is the key of this is, while I am trusting you to make sure that our continued endeavors are fruitful, you have been gifted with something we usually only get once, twice in an existence. You have a coterie, you have tools, you have people that are going to help you succeed if you let them. Keep your eyes open. Everyone has their use. Do you know what the most protected part of this city is? This entire region, almost. The Chantry.
What is that?
The Tremere's home away from home. Hogwarts in a glass, if you will. You can only come in if you're invited. It's almost like that stereotype of kindred and not being able to come in the house, but you can't access the area without being allowed to come in. Sure, you can go to the library. You might even be, you're not getting in. And unfortunately, unless you give them something worth their while, I couldn't even go in.
And how is it they accomplish this?
Blood magic. When I say it's Hogwarts in a glass, I don't mean it's hidden away from muggles. I mean you and I and everyone else are the muggles, and the wizards have their borders up.
So
you want to talk about protection. There's only so much money can buy. There's only so much favors can do. And there are ways through our blood, we can protect ourselves, just like every kindred. We can make ghouls. We can take the most efficient killing machines that the kind have to offer and make them our bitches for forever, with a little once-a-month charity donation. However, they sleep soundly in their rooms with nothing but a dash of blood on the wall that you wouldn't even be able to see was there. It helps to know who is on your board.
Point taken, Rebecca.
Now tell me about Siren. I heard she put on a lovely performance.
Siren. She is alluring. She is, I'll admit, quite talented. She seems that she could be quite helpful in this setting.
I honestly think that we could have used her.
Hmm.
I mean,
She's smarter than she lets on to.
music is the blood of New Orleans. There is a lot of money to be made there. Just keep that in mind. Now, the question is, Prince Camille.
Yes.
Jem. His child.
Jem.
What is there? So, every clan picks for a reason to help move on their future endeavors or offer them something in return. Protection, money, new investments. I'm not sure why Jem?
Miss Chase. And I do say this with all due respect.
Went from Rebecca to Miss Chase. Please continue.
Jem is special. In a way that I do not even have the words to describe me.
Your eloquence and, yes, knows no bounds most of the time. Can you tell me why Prince Camille would have chose her?
She sees what no one else sees. She sees what the Tremere doesn't see. She sees what we are unable to. She is special in a way that I cannot describe.
Where does her loyalties lie? Fucking gummy bears.
Brought to you by Haribo. Please sponsor us.
What was that?
With those she cares about.
Do you know that the Ventru and the Prince, we kind of talked about it before, but do you know that the reason why we're here, why our primogen of such an elder age is here when the city itself, the kindred society itself here in the city, seems to be relatively young, aside from our primogen. He's older than most. His lineage is rather storied, if you will. Do you know the history of New York City in regards to Prince Camille?
The only time I spent in New York was as Kine, and I'd never heard the name Camille
I would certainly fucking hope not. So, let's just say that it always pays to keep at least an open ear to what your Malkavian friends have to say. The waters
I'll tell you
washed
this
away
much.
New Orleans once. Buildings fall. It wasn't the first time that a Malkavian has saved those who listened, both in New York City and New Orleans. That's all you're going to get from me tonight on the matter. Listen to your Malkavian. Trust what is
Point's
seen.
taken.
Trust what is seen by the Tremere. And when it comes to your little siren, there's something there. But remember that blood and music are what fuels New Orleans. And Siren, we're going to hop to you. So, Alex knows, I think that wasn't there before. So you're sitting on the sofa in the leather sofa. I say sofa like it's just a regular couch, but the couch of Vegas's Hard Rock in a mansion or plantation home. And you have walked around a little bit now, and you've seen the guitars and posters signed, and you actually have seen photos, older photos, not black and white, but definitely like newspaper clippings and such of Vegas on stage performing. A different Vegas, longer, like in his face dreads, definitely a little metal, but you've gotten to see a little bit more of his place, because if I'm not mistaken, you're still homeless.
Yeah.
So you've done an exceptional amount of couch surfing with your sire, and I mean couch surfing. So,
Yep.
He offers you a glass of blood as he sits on the couch across from you. So, talk to Sophia.
How bad of an impression did I make?
You're fine. Your performance was good. I gotta
good.
say though, did your boy Addison? Your boy, what the fuck is up with your boy Addison?
She just downs this whole thing.
Do you want a glass of like something else? Do you want a glass of like?
Actually, yes, but I'm too tired to deal with the consequences. So,
okay.
Well, it's fine for now. You ever have a really annoying tour manager where, like, you know you need them, but you just don't agree with their whole vibe?
And he kind of like leans back in his couch, and he's like, "My chair's too high to do it." Kind of puts his arm up. I think I've been the annoying tour manager a few times, but yeah.
That actually tracks for you. Great. So, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Honestly, I wonder if he isn't trying to prove to the Toreador that they shouldn't have fought harder for him.
I mean, to be fair, Jeanette's not a horrible loss. Like, she's... If you could take... Okay, Primogen politics bullshit aside, if you could take a Ventru and a Toreador and, like, make the babies, you would probably have, like, a little mini Jeanette. That bitch
Feels right.
Look, you got to understand that bitch will fucking look for every loophole to get one over on you.
Oh, great. Great.
So,
Well,
look, we don't have like we kind of talked about politics in other cities and the roles, and it's complicated. It's so much easier in New Orleans. We don't have a harpy, but that bitch is a fucking harpy. She will
I
take
got that.
everything you say and take it to the next person and the next person if she believes she can get something back for that information.
It's fair.
So Sophia called me.
Of course.
Didn't play so badly, apparently. Fucking piano, though?
It was that or the harp, and I'm sorry, I quit my harp lessons after 2 weeks, and I didn't want to go looking for a cello or a violin, so I worked with what I had.
That's fair. All right, talk to me about the little wizard kid. Jace.
Jace?
Yeah, Jace.
I think.
Yeah. Look, I gotta be honest. I don't fuck with them. Don't like them.
Well, that scares me then, because looking at you, I wouldn't think there were a lot of things you were uncomfortable fucking with. Not sexually, I just mean I feel like you could take them.
Be honest, like me and Iris have had a glass of wine-ish a few times. She's cool. I like her. A lot of history here in New Orleans. Our families apparently go back. The issue is harpy, note takers, Tremere, fucking encyclopedia writers.
Yeah, I think I got Jason in trouble with that actually.
What do you mean?
Shh. Stops and don't worry about it. Never mind.
He just stares and slowly. Am I going to regret this?
No.
Cool. Takes a sip.
Listen, I feel like it's fine to say don't fuck with them, but I've seen the kind of work he's willing to put into this.
No. You misunderstand. You want to work with Jace, that's fine.
No, I know. I mean, I trust what he cares about. Don't have to trust them necessarily or be comfortable with them, but
what does he care about?
Right now, I think he cares about surviving. He was just, this was a type A nerd ready to go and ready to impress. This was the students I made fun of at school. This was the person who wants to please their teacher. I understand that occasionally. She just looks at him.
I can work with that. With that. So, Prince Camille.
Yeah.
Odd.
He's the reason we're doing this, aren't we?
What do you mean?
All of you keep on talking about. You mentioned the timeline being sped up. All of you seem like this is new.
Yeah,
unless all of you were attacked after 6 months by.
Usually, what happens is either you have to get permission or you don't have to get permission. You still present your child to the court, to the Camarilla.
Yeah.
The Venture, they got some weird other shit where they're like, "Oh, I was begat by this. Who is begat by?" Look,
how very biblical of them.
Yeah, no, don't ask them about the fucking Bible because their shit. They will cite their lineage back to the
Sounds
fucking
about right.
Yeah. So this is new, and I'm not exactly sure how he was able to get permission to, like, I don't know, kill a motherfucker if their child didn't pass some test. Usually it's just like, hey, your kid fucks up, he dies, they die, she dies, and then
why
die.
the test?
Yeah, I don't
That's
know about
my
the test.
thing. Okay, well,
how do you fucking know what a Malkavian's gonna do? You don't fucking know.
Listen, you've been around here longer than I have. You know what? Does the offer for something stronger still stand? Because I feel like we're going to talk this around in circles all goddamn night.
Okay. Gem.
The girl might know more about certain eras of music than I do.
Interesting. Okay, so every Malkavian has their little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what Camille's is. Fuck is
Again,
James?
I'm frightened.
No, that's a thing that every time you see Camillo, he's different. Every single time.
Excellent.
Don't know who Camillo is. Just know fucking salute, good to go. Don't open
Noted.
your fucking mouth because he'll. Apparently now he'll just do it himself. Usually, the sheriff cuts it the fuck out, but he's good. He's happy. He's a lovely little joy, and then he'll fucking kill you.
So there's a lot new happening since we came onto the scene then.
I mean, he's not actually going to kill you, but yeah, there's a lot of new shit. My thing is, he's young.
Huh. So you think he's shaking things up just because he's the vampire version of a millennial and he wants to change the status quo?
If you ever utter the words, do you think, and Camillo in the same sentence, I don't know what to tell you. You can.
That's fair.
Most of the time, when they're talking, you have to look for what they're saying, what they're not saying, what they're alluding to, the metaphors. It's like talking to someone hundreds and hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
But they could have just been born-ish yesterday. They don't see things the way we do. I don't think they see things the way they did yesterday or tomorrow. Do we trust her, or do we take some shit away?
I don't think Jem sees things. I think she hears them. I think she hears them in the way I sometimes wish I could hear music, in the way I feel it. I think she hears it.
We kind of talked about every clan has their certain affinities towards different things. You might be faster, you might be stronger, you might be able to like throw a motherfucker through a wall. Huh. Or you might be able to see shit that's not there. We talked about that. Our clan can see shit that's not there.
Yeah.
I heard your boy Jace had a lovely time in the fucking cemetery.
I don't know what he saw. I don't know quite what happened, but he looked haunted.
Wraith.
He was haunted. Excellent.
Remind
Great.
me to talk to you about fucking ghosts, goblins, and every other fucking thing.
You don't have to talk to me about that shit. I have never needed to go near them before. I don't see the need to do it now.
Apparently you're around fucking Harry Potter that might actually see some shit that might piss you the fuck off by like, nah, look, we got to talk about some shit apparently. Okay. Pay attention, because even if she just hears things now, she's going to see things. Hence why the fucking anarchs don't own goddamn New Orleans anymore, and we do. We took this shit back at just the right time. With just the right pull from just the right clans and just the right cities, fucking New York. So we're here because of a fucking Malkavian. They're gonna see some shit. Just be fucking careful. If you get some fucking warnings, you take that shit as fucking fact. You come here, you tell me what is going on. Because I'm not fucking dying.
If you think I'm letting you die, we ain't even close to done with all the shit I have to learn. So
he puts his glass on the table and reaches over and grabs you by the back of the neck. And pulls you in, and just that spot, that first spot, you feel it again as we fade. And Jem, you're back at the clubhouse.
Yeah.
And Lucy gets up on stage and whoosh, and pulls the curtains back. And sitting on the couch is Camille.
Hi, Dad.
Child, come sit down. We need to talk.
Am I in trouble?
Are you in trouble? Lucy, just go sit down. Got paperwork to
Yeah,
do.
she's going. She's gonna go sit. Oh God, he's not mad. He's disappointed. Fuck.
And you see him, and he's sitting in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, and he's sitting there. He's got some Chuck Taylors on, and he's flipping through channels, and he puts on a Friends episode. Okay, so I haven't had a lot of time to talk to you. Kind of running shit. How's Lucy doing?
She's great.
And just keeps looking at you.
She's taking care of us, and I think she's making you proud.
And he's like rock solid still. He goes, what about the Tremere? Jace?
I don't know if he's making you proud or not. I'm not entirely sure what y'all's relationship is.
Addison?
He's a dick, but he's my dick. I trust him.
Siren? She a dick? I mean, the way
No, I
she
don't
dresses,
know.
I think she's a pair of something else, but not.
I don't know what she is, but she's not honest about it. Neither is Jace. I don't know what's going on, but he's not really telling.
Did Lucy tell you what I expected of you going forward in the next few months?
Yeah, did she? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
assuming
the
yes.
whole like you have
Yes.
a task. Yes.
Oh, that? Yes, yes.
I want you safe.
I want you safe.
You being safe will make me safe,
I don't know.
which will make the Camarilla safe, which will make people not try to kill me for other fucking reasons. Everyone, you need to be careful because they will use you to use me. And I will be fair and frank and tell you, you're going... I once helped someone out, and now I have this. I don't plan on losing this. This is mine. This is me. This is what I choose to be. I don't. And again, he stops mid-sentence and just becomes like rock still. Lucy said you went to go see Primogen Grin.
Mm-hmm.
That must have been fun.
He's very intimidating.
Yes. He's old. He's big.
The teeth, you couldn't really tell.
Yeah. Make friends with his friends.
Okay.
Now, you said Jace and Siren are hiding things from you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let them hide everything.
Not just me.
Do you believe they're hiding things from Addison?
Yeah. But that's easy to do. Addison tends to look over people a lot.
He's not exactly that tall.
He's plenty tall.
And he's looking like...
Siren's like this big.
No, Siren is this big.
Oh,
I'm messing with you, Jen.
I know.
Now, did you get my texts?
Yes.
I'm really glad you made the right decision. And he pulls out from... I always reach like everyone's got a vest on that they pull out.
He says pocket sewn into his t-shirt.
Yeah. He stands up and he walks to the kitchen and he comes back and there's a manila folder. And he places it down in front of you. Le savoir savoir, savor the sight. This is mine. But and he again just fucking gargoyle like just stops. It's yours now. Furnishments will be arranged between. He stops. Furnishments will be arranged between Addison and Vegas. However, your name is going to be at the top. You will be an equal partner, but you sign first.
Mm-hmm. Are you okay?
Yes, of course. And he kind of stands up and he goes to the kitchen and he pulls out a Sobe bottle.
Okay.
A Sobe bottle. And he goes and sits back down and you see his he takes like a deep breath ish. And you see the color kind of return to his face a little bit. And he goes, I'm fine. And drinks from the Sobe bottle.
Okay.
It's a white Sobe, by the way.
I'm changing the name.
To what? I chose that name.
I know. And
it's a good name.
It's a shit name. And no one's going to be able to pronounce it. So we're changing it.
LSS. Okay. Look, it's yours. It's yours. You do what you want. It's not mine anymore. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. And he just continues for a second.
Is Lucy around?
She's sitting on the stage looking out. She's just watching the lights, jamming out to her music.
Fucking Malkavians. Okay.
And she goes, he goes, you need to sign it, but you guys are pretty much stocked within the next week, probably by the time you guys go over there. But you need to actually get everybody's signatures.
Like right now?
And he looks and it's like sundown. Like, no. Or sun's gonna come up here soon. And I forget days and nights are vampire things. So you don't have to do it now.
The night sun is about to go down.
The night sun. So, I mean, not now, but eventually. You guys own it, but this is adventure shit. We need to take care of it. And you can tell, like, every time he says paperwork or boring shit, it's venture shit.
She gets it. She's with it.
Anything that has to do with like his clubhouse, Toreador shit. He's called it 100 times before, Toreador shit. You haven't really heard him say anything about Tremere shit, except for shit when shit goes wrong. It must have been some Tremere shit. Button pushing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Every goddamn time with the fire and the rates.
But so are we good?
Yeah.
Cool. He just drinks this Sobe. Hey, so you know I'm part of that whole deal where you die, I die.
I know.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. We good?
Yeah.
Okay. Lucy, she's all yours. Make sure she doesn't kill herself. And he walks up and like gives you a hug and then walks off to his back room.
She her arms will start to come up before he walks away, so she can't really hug him back. Weird question. Do we have each other's phone numbers? Like at some point, did we exchange numbers or have they been put into our phones?
I will say that you have everyone's number that would allow you to have their number.
Addison, do I have your number?
I say that because of Addison. Actually,
just steal a business card.
No,
He's giving it to everyone.
Roll me a wits awareness. Yeah. So even if he didn't give it to you, you could have plugged that number in the phone after scratching out his name off the business card. I will say that you could have asked, but regardless,
no,
if he
that she
said
just
yes or
took
no.
it. Yeah, she just put it in.
But
Okay.
does she ask Addison?
For his number?
Yeah.
No. If she
Can
has
I
it,
have
she
your
has it.
number? Can I have it?
Can I have it? Can I have your number?
Oh,
Can I have
Yvonne.
it?
That's a French ass
Yvonne,
name.
That's a French ass name, Yvonne.
I will say, if you all haven't seen it, that audio put to the scene in Wall-E, where he's just scooting over closer to Eva, is a masterpiece.
You like Mike and Ike's?
Like you got a boyfriend?
Is he tall?
Okay, so we'll say that you got everybody's number, and you will do as you see fit with that.
Okay. She will, like, when Lucy's escorting her away, she's gonna text Addison to meet up, like, when they can the next day.
The next night, because it's kindred.
Whatever. When they can, in a time when neither of us will die.
So you just want a private meetup with Addison?
I mean, she's gonna start getting signatures, but she needs something from him first.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, we'll say we skip to the next night. I want a rouse check from everyone.
Help.
Rouse check. Ooh ha.
Please remind me what that is for.
Like
It's
in real
1d10.
dice.
Oh, it's just
1d10.
1d10.
Got it, thank you.
Lit.
2.
I want to
Success
know
with 6.
how Jem rolled. Oh, because you got a 6. Okay,
Mine's a success.
fair enough. So no one
Mine is
gains
But not a
hunger.
crit.
I fucking hate all of you. Okay, so
Sorry,
no one's hungrier. Megan, would you like to meet Addison at his place, or where do you tell him to meet up at?
Oh, because I don't know where his place is.
You would know where LSS is.
The elephant.
The elephant.
Just get that name out of your mouth. Let the elephant wash over you, man. It's not gonna be
Sounds
called
kinky. So,
LSS.
are you gonna say meet at the elephant?
I'm gonna say we're gonna vote on the name because
Well,
I
yeah,
like the
that's-
French name.
Okay, but Jem owns that shit.
No. That was made.
No,
by
we
the
don't own
prince.
it.
This
She
is a
signed
group
first.
project.
She
This
gets
is a group
group
project.
billing, top
It was
billing, but like
owned by the prince, so she was the first to receive paperwork.
That's it. Yeah.
Can I just say that when Jem texted him the last night, he didn't respond at all except for a reaction with a thumbs up. It was just the thumbs up reaction, and that's it.
I thought it would just be like red. I'm like, he's coming. He saw it. So okay.
So
Nope,
you
just
guys
a thumbs
are
up
really at the
reaction.
elephant?
That's it.
LSS, whatever the fuck. The club.
The club.
The club.
The elephant trunk sounds like the best gay bar down there ever.
Elephant
my
trunk.
God.
I'm in.
Bitch, yes.
Okay. So we're just gonna leave that there. It's on the table. It's one
There's
of the
just Addison
options.
in gray sweatpants all day long.
I think I
my
have to
You're
quit
welcome.
this game. I have to leave. Like you have
Listen,
to
and here's the thing about Elephant Trunk. It works for everybody, right? That's a great lesbian bar name too.
They also
Oh,
ferment
for
wine in their
everybody.
trunks and get drunk on
Okay, you
purpose.
guys
So
are at the elephants.
Trunk.
God damn it.
And yeah, so she'll like explain that we have to sign. I mean, obviously not explain because he knows how business works, and she'll make sure he sees her sign first. And then hand him the pen.
Can you? I want to like read the.
Yes, I was going to say, if you would like to, go ahead and roll me an intelligence finances, please.
I have all the dice for that.
You do have a lot of dice in there.
I think what you heard was let me roll a lot of dice. What I said was I'm gonna roll all the dice that I have.
I want to roll all the dice that I have.
Every D10 in the house just goes on the table.
Okay, I got 3 total.
Okay. Is there anything specific you're looking for, or you're just making sure everything's in order?
Just making sure that everything's in order, nothing stands out as unusual. I mean, he's signed a lot of documents in his life, so just reading over to make sure that nothing seems unusual or out of place. Or
Nothing is out of the normal. What I would like you to do is, now that you've realized there's nothing kind of crazy about the contract itself, I would like you to roll a wits occult.
Oh God!
And yes, I know that occult is not your strong suit like it is Chase's.
I don't do great in this. I got 1 success.
Okay, yeah, nothing seems out of the ordinary for you. It's a contract, and you're fine with that. Like, everything legally looks like it's good to go.
All right.
I have a question. So I am assuming, because of, just kind of how you are with everybody, that you're like good at sex. Yeah. Okay. So
Yes.
That is how he met his sire. Or how his sire made sure.
I was about to say
how I met your sire.
Yeah.
it's the new show, kids.
Hashtag how I met my sire.
It's just him and Jeanette the entire time, and then random switch, it's Rebecca at the end. And everybody's
watch
mad
that
about
show.
it.
Yeah, everyone will be mad about it.
I really need a hug, like a good one, and I don't know where else to get one. And I figured
You will tell no one about this. Look me in the eyes. You will tell no one about this.
I will tell no one about this.
And he just kind of opens his arms,
She just like runs in and like almost tackle hugs him.
and he just kind of envelops her and just like holds her close to his body, like tight. You know those hugs where it's like tight but not too tight, but enough that like
Yeah,
the
it's not like a
presence is
Temple
important to you.
Grandin hug.
So as the
Yeah.
camera looks
Yeah.
at this, we follow Jem running into Addison's arms and like wraps her arms around him, and he wraps her arms around her in a nice tight embrace. And the camera fixates on Addison's face. What does Addison's face look
Um,
Does he need this hug too?
I think he doesn't necessarily need the hug, but it's a welcome change, and there's a part of him wants it. He very much wants to hug Jem, but there's another part of him that's hearing Rebecca in his mind saying like, you need to be close to these people. So there's a duality in it.
It's fair. I mean, you've been kind of in a sterile atmosphere, a sterile atmosphere. Like it's clinically expressed. Like it's been very business between you and your sire and almost everyone you've had. Besides your coterie and Rebecca, that's it.
Well, and Addison just
Thomas.
in his mortal life, most of his physical transactions, most of his sexual and romantic engagements were very transactional.
Only
So
things.
I will say that this is less transactional than a lot of the hugs that he gave in his life,
Sure.
but it still is transactional.
Now, so Jem, would you have texted everyone else to tell them to meet you there? Like enough time to give you some time to talk to Addison one-on-one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so as the camera fades away to the hug, one of the second embraces you've had in a number of weeks, we'll see that Vegas's driver, still unnamed because no one has asked him his name, shows up with Siren. What? Do you want to have a conversation? No, you can't have a conversation. So you arrive and you show up, and at the same time that you see Jace walking up. And you and Siren and Jace can have a little conversation outside if you would like, or you guys can just walk in. You see from the outside, now that we've fast forwarded a little bit, that the building is lit up. The paint is nice. There are some lights on the outside. The shutters are still closed, aside from the main entryway. And a sign says "opening soon," so people don't just like, "Oh, let's check out this place." You walk in, but you see that it's about to be open. It's opening soon, kind of whenever you guys want to open. And the sign, "Le Savieur Savoir," the savor the sight, has been removed.
Raid, hi.
Hey, Fangs of New York, thank you so much for the raid. We're on the last little bit of our session 2 of season 1 of Blood in the Bayou. So welcome, thank you. I know Fangs of New York from Twitter and a little bit here, so you guys kind of know what to expect. So we'll go over a content warning with you guys. But we just had a nice, lovely embrace with our Ventrue Addison giveaway. There you go. And our Malkavian gem, a little sweetness there. And essentially, our coterie is now arriving at the first time that it's now theirs. Their haven to be, where it is formally named Le Savoir Savoir, because the prince named it how he wanted to name it, and his child said no. It's
Rebellious teen.
Actually, I mean, it is y'all's place. You can name it what you want, but it is a task that they were given to survive one day, 6 months from now, that ghouls would come into their haven. Prince's ghouls would come into the haven and attack them while they slept. And if they survived, amazing. If not, their sires and them would die. So, something very different than what is normal, but that's what you have when you have a Malkavian prince. So, Siren and Jace, would you like to have any words before you walk into your haven? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Take it away.
Siren gets out of the car, falls in step with him, and just, Iris, ask you about us.
That is literally what I was going to ask you too.
Immediately, same age, like bonding moments, friendship +5.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So actually, Siren didn't ask me about you guys
Iris?
so much as, oh my God, my bad. Iris did not ask me so much about you guys as she did about just the rest of the trip. So I guess that means that Vegas asked you about us particularly more than the Primogens?
yeah, actually,
Okay.
you know, I
Jace,
haven't
make
trusted
me a wits awareness.
Jace. Okay.
Oh fuck! I said the goddamn word Primogens
And-
because
Shit,
Matthew's
fuck!
an
And I should
idiot.
say, as well
Because
as
Matthew's an
as well
idiot.
as
Fuck me.
Pixie, make me
Shit.
a wits awareness.
God damn it.
Shit, fuck, we're learning the hard way.
Oh.
Yeah, flame on, button pusher.
Okay, Addison, we'll make it out alive.
This. Luckily, this is what
I'm just
Jace
going to
is
say
good
this
at.
as whether or not you noticed shit
Ugh.
before you started talking.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, you're
4
on
successes.
you're on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Did we say?
Um, That's 4 successes for me. One of them is a crit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
then-
had 1 crit success as well.
Then what I'll say is that as you're about to say print,
Yep.
immediately you shut the fuck up, and Siren, I was gonna say Pixie, reaches out with her celerity and puts a finger to your fucking lips.
Yep. Yeah, so he asked you more about us than he did our meetings.
Field trip. Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
interesting.
Well,
I mean, there was a reason why Lucy took you on a ghost and vampire tour in New
Yeah.
Orleans, because
yeah.
the vampire isn't going to set off any alarms. Ghosts.
Yes,
are
you're
gonna set
smart.
off-
We're dumb. It's fine.
Matthew will eventually remember.
This is yeah. Speaking as blandly as possible, essentially.
100%.
Sirens
Like I
just-
said, your characters know this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The players can
Um,
forget. That's why I had you roll.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Siren will just well, it's the weirdest group assignment I've ever had to be a part of, but I am wondering if I was supposed to tell you that we talked, or it's
I
all
mean,
feeling very trap-like. I don't usually
probably-
trust my teachers. He is
Yeah,
a
I
weird
mean,
exception.
I would probably say no, but at the same time, if we're gonna be
Working
group
together.
assignment together,
Yes.
then I'm sure it would eventually come up. So
See if the others
Yeah.
had similar meetings with their bosses.
I can only assume, especially Addison. Are you kidding me?
Oh, 100 fucking percent.
Well, we should probably get in there. Did Jem say what we were meeting up about in her text message, or just meet at the elephant?
And we do.
Can't hear you, Jim.
Push talk. Yeah, I don't think she was. She said just
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Come gather, and
hopefully-
we have.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, this won't be too. Hopefully, this will be good stuff, not bad stuff that we walk into when I get on
I have
there.
given up hoping it will be good stuff on any given night, to be quite frank. That'd be
Yeah.
nice. That'd be a
Yeah.
nice change.
All right, and he will open the door for Siren.
Thank you. All right.
Hi.
And yeah, you guys
Close.
are now all in your haven to be. And when you walk
Where
in,
we can say words, right?
Yeah.
as long as you guys are the only ones in the room and the door is shut, you guys can say whatever. This is still your haven. There's an expectation that you guys will have some privacy, unless there are some story elements that negate all of that.
Sure.
But yeah, you guys are alone in the room, in the bar entry area. And you guys see that the lights are now on. There is a stocked bar. There are tables. There are tables in the area where there's not pool tables, but there are tables in the area where people can go have a seat. There's a little bit of a the back area where the pool tables and the dartboard were. It's just open. And there's, I have a feeling I know what Jem's going to want to do with that area. Not Jem, sorry, Siren's going to want to do with that area. But it's on its way to becoming a thing. Because once it was purchased and you guys made your decision, that's what Lucy was doing. She was texting and setting shit up and talking to Rebecca Chase and making sure that a proper investment would have been made to the prince for this area and such. So your haven's coming
in. We just need you guys to sign paperwork, and the place is all good to go. We have to figure out a name for it. And she'll kind of shake off the hug and jump over the bar and start, because you said it's stocked now, right?
It's stocked.
Fuck yeah. She starts making shots.
Awesome.
Well, the Coyote Ugly is taken.
So
Probably
who's
shouldn't
the
do Milan
next one?
register.
You had Jem that signed it. You had Addison that signed it. Okay, so Jace wants to sign it. I think Jace is so excited about signing it because he wants to read it.
Yes.
Go ahead and make that roll that you know is coming.
Book
Make me
nerds.
an intelligence occult roll, please.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Actually,
cool.
you know we're going to do the same thing. I want you to make an intelligence
same-
finances.
Okay, lit. So, surprising no one, the fucking 24-year-old is not good with finances. So, one crit success,
Okay,
but it was not on my hunger die.
There is a lot of legal bullshit Ventru jargon here. It doesn't seem like, and your soul will belong to me. But yeah, it looks like a legal contract. I mean, Addison signed it.
Yeah.
I didn't even
and
check.
that would ease the worry about what's in here, but it's definitely this is the first contract that he has seen written up by Kindred, and he is wanting to know how that's going to work in the future too. Which is why he was
go ahead and roll
reading
me
for
an
legal
intelligence occult. There's something specific that people haven't taken in consideration yet.
Oh, that's terrifying to hear. Is there an end date on the contract?
There is not. There's nothing it's all
jargon.
above board
Fuck
legally.
me.
What?
Every single one of those was a failure.
Even your hunger?
Even my hunger.
Very nice.
I
So
rolled
that
7
compulsion,
goddamn
buddy.
dice.
The compulsion there.
No.
And would you like to tell the audience what your clan compulsion is?
Yeah, he has to be perfect in everything that he does. And so now I take a -2, I think, to any skill check until I crit succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And if I try it over and over and over again, because it has to be perfect, I can negate some of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have to do it. Gotta be perfect.
So
Oh,
You
fuck.
see, for everyone else who's just sitting there talking, you see, and Pixie, Siren, you haven't gotten to sign this yet. And Jace is sitting there staring at the paperwork, reading it, and reading it, and reading it.
You
and
okay,
reading
buddy?
it.
Yes. Yes. Something seemed weird. And I was trying to figure out.
Roll
what.
again.
It's a -2, I think.
Mhm.
Right? Alright, cool. Love that. Okay, lit. 4 successes, 2 of which were criticals.
Send me
My
a picture
hunger
on
die
Discord.
was a failure. Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we have no
Yeah.
problem with doing that. Yeah.
No, I don't give a fuck. Okay, it is
I better not hear a single die move.
no. Oh, you can't see that that's a 2, but my hunger die is a 2. It's just blue. There's not a ton of light. Boop boop.
And what was your total successes on that afterwards?
4 with 2 of them being crits.
Oh, okay, awesome. I mean,
Nice.
okay, so your hunger dice was a 2 and a
Yeah, my
10.
hunger
Okay.
die was a 2.
I was like, did you just go from a bestial failure, compulsion, messy crit?
2 of
compulsion? Okay, so your perfectionism does actually help you in this situation. You see that he is just like, fuck, no. And he just keeps going through it for a second. And it hits you, Jace. Your names are on this document that will be turned in. Your human names will be on this
Interesting.
document. So it's something to, because you did do so well on that roll, that this is something that you're going to have to make sure of, that you own this now. But anything that happens to this bar, you are the owners and operators of this. You have no ghouls, you have no shell companies, you have nothing. Whereas with the other place, the venture probably would have taken care of that. But this is the prince's place that he bought with his own fucking I'm a prince money. And then it's given to you guys. So everything legally is taken care of by you.
Okay.
And every person's name that's on that paper.
Interesting. All right. Once everyone has signed it, he will let
Which will
them know.
absolutely
He's
give
waiting
Siren
until-
pause, by the
And
way.
which is why he's not saying it until she signed it.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Very
Siren,
sorry.
go ahead and roll me
Caitlin.
a intelligence.
Thank you.
Intelligence finances.
Yes.
I don't have those skills. Where the fuck is my intelligence? What are you?
Contract work, guys. Welcome to Vampire the Masquerade.
Is intelligence just intellect? Oh, intelligence. I can't read. I'm not wearing my fucking glasses. I found it. I found the words. 2 successes.
Okay.
Neither critical, but an 8 and a 9.
I mean, it looks good, and everybody else designed it. I mean, it doesn't look like I'm gonna fucking eat you.
All right, cool.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence occult.
Oh God. Okay.
Which is probably just as bad because you're
Yeah,
not
it's
the
the
wizard.
exact same. I don't do magic shit. 1 success.
One success. You definitely take a second to look at it. You're like, I mean, no. I mean, it looks fine. So you go ahead and sign it.
Yes, I do.
Jace, do you want to tell them?
I will. It's because he recognizes that immediately after someone signs something, telling them a bad thing about that thing is really bad tableside manners. He's going to wait a little bit until we start discussing plans.
Wait until we're in the middle of a fight about paint colors and then be like,
Yeah.
by the way,
Yes.
like, let me lessen this issue with something worse.
Yeah, with something bigger.
Okay, so
not yet.
everybody, so Jem, you pour some shots for everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Cheers to whatever we're calling this place.
Would anybody like to blush of life, Jace, before you take that shot?
Hell yeah. Hell
Rouse
yeah.
check.
Yep.
Everyone.
Yep.
that is going to take a shot.
Success.
I'm gonna
Jay's
throw that
gonna
right
zap
behind
on
my
it.
shoulder.
You're going to throw it on the fucking... You have no one here yet that can clean this. So you're just like, okay, I don't give a shit.
Fuck you, man.
I mean, that's,
Somebody will.
that's on brand. I'm just telling you.
That's fair.
Someone will, and it will be Addison.
If you think Addison is cleaning any floors, you are out of your goddamn mind.
This is your investment. You gotta put in some elbow grease, buddy. Are you not proud of your investment? Do you not believe in it enough to do it yourself?
Pulls out $100 bill from his pocket.
I'll take that. No, I won't actually. She might.
And Jem, do you blush of life to take your shot?
Yeah, I mean, she was gonna shoot it and then spit it back in immediately.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine then. You do it your gummy bear style.
I love that.
Yep. Put it in her pocket.
Just like Lucy. Putting the whole fucking shot glass with drinks in it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Well, she'd
much.
paper mache'd your masquerade breach,
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
which you will have known at this point. She did not tell your sires nor the prince.
Oh, that's nice.
why
of
you're
her.
still
That's why I
alive.
fucking said
Nice.
But
nothing.
she did
Like,
say, "It's fine. You owe me for this."
I know. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
he picked up on that.
It's also her ass, and she is your shadow. So
Fair enough.
you guys, welcome home. Welcome home. Jace got first dibs on rooms, but everybody else can go pick their rooms. We have a couple
You
more
said
minutes.
that there's an office downstairs.
Yes, in the Harry Potter cupboard of the stairs behind to where the kitchen is, to the right of the kitchen, there's like a manager area, and it's like a little, I don't want to say conference room. It's like a little break room that has like some desks and stuff in there. It's not huge.
Jem's gonna take that.
Fair.
Addison, darling.
I don't really care where you guys sleep. I'm just saying that you
All
guys
right,
have
good.
this.
Yeah,
this
later.
You have this time amongst yourselves to talk and meander around your new even.
looking around at my
Siren
things
will
and
have
looking
the similar
around.
conversation with the rest of them with like, so, did they ask about us? Because mine asked about you. Like, she's zero chill about that. It's like, did the
Really?
teacher try to get you to snitch? Because mine did. Like,
What did you say?
said I trusted all of you.
Oh,
Said I might not agree with all of you. Glares at Addison's back.
Hold on, is
But
that
I trust all of you.
exactly true though?
In this instance, she trusts them to try to stay alive.
can I
No,
make
no,
an
no,
insight,
not that-
insight check?
Not that. I mean, yeah, you can roll it. I want you. You told Vegas that you didn't actually like Addison. Correct?
Yeah, but I didn't say I didn't trust him.
That's fair.
That was all it was. It was
Okay.
trust specifically.
Yeah, you guys can roll an insight check.
Straight insight.
Yeah. Well, insight. Wits insight.
That is 2 successes.
Okay, and Jem, you got 3. So,
Yep.
sorry. Yeah, 3 successes.
Yep.
No, 4 successes. 3 and a hunger
Oh.
success. So, yeah, she's fine. She's telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
What? 2 successes?
No, just the way that she
Oh, this is just my default of hey.
So
I
yeah,
didn't do
you guys are perfectly fine. She said she didn't tell him nothing.
Okay. We have to think of a name.
Do you guys want to take some time? Do you want to devise the name in Discord? Privately?
Yes.
Yeah, Caitlin has panic about doing it live.
Yeah. Well, and we have a lot of pros and cons to discuss.
Yeah, we do.
Which means I have a week to convince you guys that Elephant Trunk is the right choice. So let me put together a brief PowerPoint as Jem. And I think you're gonna Just dim lights and all.
So
It'll be
I
great.
feel like Addison is going to have some very strong opinions.
So Siren.
So,
What?
Big surprise.
What a character growth moment for him.
Sorry, I have a question. Would you?
Oh God.
Would you have fed again from Vegas? Because
Yes.
that's something to be just something to. I mean, it's something to be made aware of. Aside from like Jace, who doesn't have to worry about it as much as you guys are informed about the blood bonds, and like drinking from other kindred is awesome and potentially very dangerous.
He lets me, and that's what we're gonna do. Yes.
Yes. So, but you guys, we're going to talk about that offline because you might have gotten some little extra stuff, as in a blood bond. As of right now, you guys with your sires are still in there. Like, I really like my sire. He's lovely. They're lovely. Gem, it's you don't think negatively. You might be worrisome, but like you still trust him. He's still good.
Yeah. Something's wrong with Dad. It's like when Grandma had dementia. Oh
Well.
man, he's just gonna go start walking around topless in a slip,
In there.
right?
Start singing "Something's Up with Jack." Something's up with Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jace is he is reserved 2 rooms, one for himself, one
For the library, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both
And-
for
and-
himself.
And we said 6 rooms, but the way that VTM, especially V5, works, the dots that you guys said that you were going to put into the Haven will extrapolate the size, and you put your dots in it, it will be accommodated. So it's
Yeah.
not exactly
Okay, yeah.
like you have to take 1 for room, 1 for like, we have an armory room, we have a chemistry room. Like, you don't have to do that.
Sure.
So, and that's the thing is like your room could also be the library. It's whatever you guys decide.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap up tonight?
I'm excited that we're gonna be back next week already.
Yeah.
We're going to be fans.
We're gonna be here next week. We're gonna take the 29th, I believe.
The last week of the month off because PvP finale and all a
Yeah,
billion
we're gonna
other
be
things.
doing a PvP here on Rep RPG for D&D. There's a lot of there's a lot of letters in that. But yeah, so catch us tomorrow where I'll be on Rep RPG doing PvP. Are the hands playing tomorrow night?
Yes, we are. Tomorrow night at 11.
So we have Jace and we have Jace Campbell and then Megan. So we have Matt, our lovely Tremere, and we have Megan, our lovely Malkavian. They're also going to be playing tonight. So if you like D&D and you want to see a little like Coliseum with lore PvP action, come back and join us. Next week, we're going to have a little bit of a time skip where the Haven will be officially set up. They will be the owners and operators of this bar. And we will be 1 month out from task completion.
I will say this.
Yes.
Like once we broke for the night or whatever,
Yeah.
Jem is at the bar. She has a notebook out, and she's writing up recipes and putting together a menu and all of the shit. And I'm actually going to talk to Marissa about getting
Real
some
drinks.
vampire drinks made that we can share with you guys with our local
Mixologist.
mixologist.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Marissa
Awesome.
Mixology.
So definitely join our Discord. Pixie, if you could, or Matt.
Already did.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
Join our Discord where we share pictures and we have a out of context chat where you guys can come in and toss memes at us. Everyone else gets to look at it, but besides me. So I catch in afterwards. So go ahead and join us on the Discord. We're also talking about having a community night. I would really like to build our community up a little bit more, where we watch some vampire shows, or even if I stream on my channel and have a Amazon watch party, which if you're on the computer, you can join us on mobile. Amazon tells you to fuck off. But we can also do that, just Discord, just us, and we're going to talk about doing that. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm still a new storyteller. We have the wonderful Shankalicious McStabber Studio Shanky here. Definitely go check him out for. Thank you so much. Check him out for an older vampire campaign where they're not just fledglings like our wonderful little teacups here that will shatter at everything.
Sweet babies.
Where ours are still learning. His players have been around for hundreds of years. And there's actually a little tie-in between New Orleans for us and New Orleans for the McStabber Studios. We got a little bit of that tonight for those who knew and those who don't. So definitely go check them out. And I love you guys. Everybody wave. Tell the lovely Kine in the audience that you'll fang into them later. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Love you guys. Take care.
Mwah.